Spice Tree Apartments versus Affolashade Lawal. I think I got that. I messed it up, didn't I?
It's okay.
What?
I said it's okay. It's Affolashade Lawal.
You just said your name?
Yes.
Really? Slow that down. What'd you say?
Affolashade Lawal.
Okay. I don't know if that helped me, but all right. What's owing on this account?
Your Honor, this is actually defendant's motion to set aside a default judgment. The judgment entered, Your Honor, on February 17th for $382, and I believe that's the balance that remains today, but let me verify with the ledger that I have. No. Your Honor, it looks like we did request an order of eviction on this, and there may have been, so we've got her at $616.
616, that's yours?
Yep, that includes charges relating to the order of eviction, Your Honor, that was sought.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. So I don't understand why I'm in court first, because they sent me a docket for November rent. I do not owe November rent. My rents are current. However, they told me on the 14th of January, I paid my rent, including the first late fee. I told them that I'm okay paying the first late fee. So I paid the first late fee because I'm a PhD candidate and my funds come internationally. So due to the holidays, I was able to get my fund late. So I paid the rent on the 14th of January, including the first late fee. So on the 15th, the payment was made on the 14th before the 15th. So on the 26th, I received a call from James of Spice Tree. He told me I have a 282 balance on my account. And I requested for the breakdown of this amount. And he told me that it's a $182 court fee and a $10 late fee. So I asked, like, okay, can you guys give me a one-time waiver for this late fee? The request was declined, right? So I requested for the official court receipt for the $182 because I paid on the 14th. So he told me, oh, we filed the case. I asked him, when did you file the case? He told me they filed the case on the 6th of January. And I said, okay. He sent me the ledger. I sent the ledger back to my funders and said, this is what happened. Because you guys disbursed for me late, I have a pending amount, so you guys need to send me $282. So they declined. They said the ledger wasn't allowed, that they need an official court docket. So I came to the court to ask for these details. They told me this case was filed on the 20th. I paid my rent on the 14th. I went back to my rental contract. There is no way on my rental contract that says that they are going to charge me $182 on the 14th of January, even though I paid my rent on the 14th of January. And ever since then, even though this case has been in court, I've been getting harassing messages, and I've also been getting tags on my door that I'm late on rent, even though I'm current on rent. All I requested for, without the additional late fee and all the multiple late fee that they have been adding onto it, is that give me a receipt of the court fee that you paid to the court on the 14th of January. Because as per the court, I went to the court clerk. This case was filed on the 20th of January.
Your Honor, the demand for possession was issued on January 6th, meaning that payment of the balance due was needed by close of business on the 13th. It was not made by defendants on statements. Our complaint is dated January 14th and would have been processed by our office and sent for filing with the court on that date. I understand the court may not have received it and processed it until the, I don't know what date the court marked it as received. I don't see a date stamp on here as far as the date it was received, but I see the date it was issued by the court was on the 22nd. And so these court costs were properly incurred. The payment was due by the 13th. It didn't happen. It was referred to us for filing, and my client did incur these costs to recover the monies that it was owed. So,
Your Honor, can I ask her a question, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, why was I filed for the 20th of November, if you guys were not trying to misrepresent in the court. Because here it says, it says that I'm current up until 30th of November. That's what it says in the initial filing for the non-payment of rent.
In this case?
Yes.
And Your Honor, I can explain she's
You
referring
mean
to
the pro-rata amount on the complaint?
yeah, so Your Honor, she's looking at the date under 5C, rent is paid through 11/30/2025.
Yeah.
And the way that calculates, Your Honor, is it looks at the total balance due, and if it exceeds however many months of rent, then it dates it back because there are additional amounts owed over and above just the base rent of the $1,500. That being utility charges that are charged and metered based on usage, trash fees. So those additional charges put the balance due over and above what would have been, in this case, presumably the January balance. And in looking at the ledger, Your Honor, we verify if she was paid, in fact, through December at the time the case was filed. And she was, Your Honor. So my client was not seeking anything over and above that, but at the time the case was filed by our office, she did still owe the January charges, late fee, and then the court costs were incurred by my client.
Your Honor, I also have the ledger here, and as that the 16th of January, my balance stays at $282.42, which is the court fee and the late fee that they charged me on the 16th of January. That's what the ledger says here. So how come if it's on the 16th of January, my balance says $282.42, and you are filing in court that my balance is $1,570. $1,570. I also have the ledger here.
Your Honor, I can look at the ledger and say, yeah, that's what it says on January 16th, but on January 14th, the balance was, in fact, $1,856.40.
I paid my rent on the 14th of January.
Do not yell.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
When they file and sign the complaint, what they alleged to the court at the time of the signing was what was owed on the ledger. You're expecting, in both things that you said, you're expecting the number to somehow change between the time that the plaintiff files it and the time that it gets to the court for filing.
Okay, Your Honor.
The only thing that's required is that the amount or the information that's contained in the complaint is true at the time that it's signed by the attorney's office. And in each of the instances that you're bringing up, it's true.
Your Honor, so if that's the case, if they are alleging that it's on the 1st of January, then the balance, so if they're alleging that they filed on the 14th of January, then the balance should be $1,674. That's what my account
If they
says.
file it on the 1st of January.
Yeah, if they filed on the 1st of January, like if they filed before then. So because my balance, my closing balance is $1,500 on the 5th of November, on the 5th of December, right? And on the 1st of January,
Now,
I have.
what do you want to have happen here?
Okay, so what I requested for is that I just want them to give me the receipt dated on the 14th before I paid that it was filed on the 14th.
You mean before you pay the court costs?
Before I paid the rent, because I paid the rent on the 14th.
You want the receipt on the 14th?
Yes. Like, because I need to get this money reimbursed back to me if I'm to pay. And they say
Money reimbursed back.
okay, so they're saying that okay, sorry, I'm gonna come again, Your Honor. I'm really sorry. So I paid my rent on the 14th of January. And they are telling me that I paid my rent late on the 14th of January. So I'm going to be charged $182 for the court fee. When
you're being charged a court fee because if those things cross in the mail, they cross in the mail. I mean, quite frankly, and I don't say this to people, but you're trying to argue some timing technicality, which doesn't make any sense to me. Because the cold-hearted reality is, had you paid your rent on the 1st of November, or 1st of January, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even be arguing about it.
Yeah, Your Honor, I paid, that's why I paid the late fee. Because I understood the late time.
Right, but right, you can pay the late fee, but the plaintiff has the right to pursue whatever they can pursue in court and need to protect themselves.
Yes, but according to the contract, they told me that I should pay before the 14th and then the late fee will apply. Your Honor, I paid this from my pocket when I had additional job. But right now, the only fund I have is for my funders. So I do not have additional income to complement this. I'm okay paying all of this. But if my funders tell me we need these papers so that I can get this money from them, that's all of from my fund. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Michigan, and I get my funds from an international organization that is paying my living allowances and my rent.
And Your Honor, if I may, just to touch on one thing, defendant indicated that they told her to pay before the 14th, which is accurate. If she had paid before the 14th on the 13th, when the demand expired and required payment by, we also wouldn't be here today. The issue is that she paid on the 14th, which is not before the 14th. Your Honor, with respect to this, the judgment that has entered in this case should be sufficient for her to take to her fund and say, the court has ordered me to pay this. This is the funding I need to be reimbursed so I can have the rent cured and my housing remain in good standing. I don't know what sort of receipt could otherwise be provided, other than, a judgment that acknowledges what's due and owing in order to satisfy the balance owed to Spice Street.
Because on the judgment, this says I have late rent. So nothing on the judgment says that I'm paying late fee. Because to them, they are saying it's late rent I stated on this judgment. I sent this to them.
Sent to who?
I sent it to the company that funds my research.
Okay, and they won't pay it?
Yeah, they are telling me that they need to see that this was filed on the 14th, because I sent the rental contract to their lawyers, and they're like, okay, you explain to us that if this is late by the 6th day, because the guy called me on the 14th and he told me you need to pay this by card, because if you go pay by money order, it's going to be delayed. So that's on the 14th morning. So on the 14th, I got back from school at around 8 p.m. ish, and I paid it immediately because he said, if I do money order, it's going to spill to the next day, which is going to be 15th. So I went to make sure that I paid it on the 14th, because it called me on the 14th in the morning of 14th.
And Your Honor, the complaint is the date of that. It says January 14th is the date that the case was processed for filing. That's the only receipt that can be provided to her as proof that legal action was pursued because the payment wasn't timely made. That, in conjunction with the judgment, should be sufficient for that. I mean, the judgment in and of itself is an order of the court saying it has to be paid.
That was sufficient, but when excuse me, that was sufficient, Your Honor. But when I requested from Spice Street.
Okay, but hold on a second. The issue here doesn't have anything to do with Spice Street.
He has everything to do with me.
Pardon?
It has to do with me.
I know. So I'm not sure. Spice Street, everything has been done properly. The fact that, and I don't know what to tell you, the fact that they won't reimburse that, because I don't know what math they're doing. But it would seem to me that if they reimburse your housing costs, if you got a ledger and sent it to them, that should tell them.
Yeah, because I told them they said a ledger does not constitute that the case was filed in court. Because I'm having this back and forth with them also.
I hear you, but I don't know what anyone can do for that. Because you have there's the complaint that was filed. And on the 14th, what's stated on that complaint is that balance. Now, there may have been the crossing of the amounts, but I don't know why they won't pay it. But that doesn't seem to be Spice Tree's problem, quite frankly, as I'm listening to it. And
Yeah,
to be
because
honest with you, not the courts.
I get it, because I think the problem with them is the fact that they are feeling like the papers I submitted is inconsistent with the information Spice Street is giving me. Because Spice Street told me this case was filed on the 6th, right? That was the email they sent to me.
No, the notice you get a demand to pay on the 6th.
I
If
didn't
you
get.
look at your paperwork,
Yeah, I did. I got a demand to pay on the 6th. So that was why I
it
sent
expires
that
on
to
the
them.
13th, which is why you need to pay before the 14th. And on the 14th, they proceeded with the balance that was due and owing at the time. So why these people won't do something, I don't know. And I can't, I'm not going to order the plaintiff to do something which is not what the plaintiff, they did everything correctly.
Okay, so I'm just going to request from them if they can send me like an email that says like this is the actual amount or something, and like as part of the
Actual amount of
like
what?
of the $282 and the date they filed, if they can give everything to me.
You got a judgment,
Yeah, I sent the
382.
yeah, I sent the judgment to them, and they still said the same thing.
I don't know what you want me to do. They're
Okay.
not under the jurisdiction of this court. That you got a judgment. The judgment says this is what you owe.
Okay, I would proceed with the payment of the judgment.
Pardon?
I would proceed with the payment of the judgment then. Because they are just giving me a lot of it's a back and forth with them.
Okay, but I can't do anything with it. So you're going to, so you filed a motion to set aside the default. When I look at everything, you haven't stated the basis to do that. The motion to set aside is denied. And the judgment will stand. What I'm going to suggest you do is pay off the judgment and then deal with those folks. But there's nothing, I'm not going to order Spice Tree to do something that they don't need to do. And I can't just order people to do stuff. All right, thank you. What's owing?
Rent to retain possession is $26.15. Costs are $250 for $28.65.
2865, same spot. And
I have a Hawk interview on March 9th. I have yet to have it. I called Hawk about a week on the 18th, February 18th. And I also got a referral to something called the Provisions Program through DHS. And they are willing to put forth whatever isn't covered through Hawk. And I have also applied for SER and provided the tracking number. I spoke with somebody from the Department of Health and Human Services regarding that SER application. They asked for the court summons to be uploaded, so I did that. And I am just waiting on the follow-up to hear back from them. So I have at least two agencies that I plan to get assistance from. I am
okay,
currently.
how many people are in your household?
It's just myself and my two daughters.
Okay, so 3. So we're looking at about maximum on the SER would be about 620. You got an appointment on, what's your monthly rent?
$11.95.
Okay, so we're gonna be at about 4,000 if we click into March.
Yep.
Are you?
I do
ma'am?
receive.
Go
I'm sorry.
ahead.
I receive unemployment benefits currently, and I went through a little bit of a temporary illness. I'm currently like going through some systemic health issues. but I have some back pay because I was terminated from my job and back in December. So after protesting and verifying my identity, I do expect to have some backdated unemployment deposits to pay March rent. It just may be a little late, and I'm willing to pay
Okay.
any late fees as well.
I gotcha. All right. So there's at least some income coming in that if Hawk says yes, they'll do it. And let's say that's the only agency, we might be able to get this down under $3,000 and try to get you settled, right?
Correct. I also
Okay.
have some child support payments as additional income. And when I went through this cyber attack and breach of data breach before the Christmas holiday, I had my child support card went missing as well. So I have some child support payments that have accumulated on this card. And once I'm able to get an ACH transfer, I'll have about about $550 that I can use to put towards March rent or past due rent as well if it's not covered.
Okay, gotcha. So, okay, I'm gonna turn this out to the 13th. The balance will go up, but she's just gotta get over the hump on some things, it looks like.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I
13.
went through I went through a cyber breach and lost my identity, and it's been a little bit of a struggle to get things put back in place. So the timeline, my driver's license also expired on my birthday, which was January 17th. So it's
Oh, we're
tough
losing you
to.
again.
Oh,
All right.
my license was expired, so it's just been a little tough to verify my identity in person, being a single parent.
Okay. All right, we'll work through it. 13th at what time?
12 noon.
At 12 noon.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we'll see where we are. All right, ma'am, take care. Is
Thank you.
that it for you? That is.
That's it for me.
All right, have a good weekend. Arbor Woods versus Adriana Owens.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Alex Law on behalf of the plaintiff. And if Your Honor is looking at the file a little bit puzzled, this was a matter, Your Honor, where a default judgment entered before Judge Barr at the pretrial earlier this month. But it turns out that there was no proof of service in the file. And my client had alerted me to some communications they'd had with Ms. Owens regarding that. And before I could reach out to her to resolve it between us, she filed the motion. Since that time, I did reach out to Ms. Owens with a stipulated order to set aside the judgment and to treat today as the first pretrial, since that never occurred. That was, Your Honor, back on February 6th. So that all being said, today is the date and time for a first pretrial with respect to Ms. Owens.
And what do you have her owing?
$3,489.57.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we release escrow, she's gonna have a credit to her account. Because I don't know, yeah, no, I don't know if you're aware of this. We have a total amount in escrow. She put $50 in today.
That should be.
I don't know why she did that, just to brag or something, but anyway, we had $3,495 in escrow.
And Your Honor, I will defer to Ms. Owens based on what was stated in the motion. I don't know that she is going to agree to that, and I will then turn the floor over to Ms. Owens to state whether she agrees or disagrees.
What do you want to do on this? State your name for me first.
Adriana Owens.
All right, what do you want to do on this?
Right. So the reason why I was withholding the rent was because like my master bedroom sink had a leak and that ended up ruining the wood. And I have pictures. It looks like mold, but I'm not an expert. But they told me to clean it up with some bleach, and then they like completed the order on it. So I put in another order because, like I said, the wood is ruined, and so it's the wall. I don't know. It's I don't know. And with the other bathroom, the sink has completely detached from the counter.
Okay,
But they did call me before I walked up in here and said that they're getting a contractor to fix it, so he should be calling me next week.
okay. How much is your monthly rent?
It is $14.74, I believe.
Okay,
$14.74 is the base rent, Your Honor. There is the water sewer based on usage, but $14.74 is the specific rental amount.
all right. So basically what you want is you want these repairs done before you pay them.
Yes.
Really? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
They want their money.
No, it's all right. So, okay, if I adjourn this out to the 13th, when can you get March rental payment in?
Yeah, money's not a problem, so I can put it up in escrow.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be an issue putting it in. All right. So I'll indicate the repairs. They've contacted you so that they're gonna come over at some point.
The maintenance contacted me saying that the contractor should be reaching out, but I haven't heard from a contractor yet.
I'll
Okay,
follow up on that as well, Your Honor. That had been reported to me that a contractor was being brought out to do the repair. And so I'll follow up with my client between now and the 13th. And if I get an update before they're able to get an update to Ms. Owens, I will let her know.
March 13th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Why'd you put the 50 in? What was that for?
I don't know. I thought I underpaid the first time. So
Okay, all right. No, that's okay. Usually that doesn't happen. If somebody says I'm 50 short or whatever, I appreciate it. All right, take care. Court does call the case of Sweetie Estates versus Suzette Hampton.
Morning, Your Honor. Mustafa Hawili on behalf of plaintiff.
Are they here?
Not sure.
Suzette Hampton? They are not here. Counsel, if you'd like to take a default, you've done the second service. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Judge.
All right. What is your claim in this case?
Judge, this is a complaint to recover possession of property with a supplement. Hold on, Your Honor. I believe Ms. Hampton is here.
I am here.
Okay, there you are. You got her. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Hampton.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is a case for termination of tenancy.
Your Honor,
What's your position on this, ma'am?
Your Honor, I moved 8 months ago.
You did what?
I moved from the property 8 months ago.
8 months ago?
Yes, sir.
You know anything about that, counsel?
Judge, yes, I did discuss this with my clients. They're not aware whether or not she has actually moved because there are still possessions that belong to her that are still on the property. You know how that works, Your Honor. The law says if she leaves anything behind, it's still considered possession under the law, so they couldn't go in there and empty it out. If she's claiming now formally that she left, Judge, then I would just ask the court recognize that and have my client take possession so they can go into the house and empty out her stuff.
She's indicating she surrendered possession.
Okay.
So she surrendered possession. They've also filed a money claim. That's going to get a bit complicated given the fact that if she moved 8 months ago, ma'am, did you give them keys?
Yes, sir. I notified Mr. Adelman and I had left the key in the mailbox. So, and we had on several occasions notified him and we got no response.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to indicate that possession has been surrendered. They're still, ma'am, claiming a money judgment against you. And how much are you claiming in terms of your money judgment, counsel?
Judge, $13,455.
And how much of that is rent?
All of it.
all rent.
Correct.
How much was monthly rent?
$1,495.
So about $1,500.
Correct. And I mean, Judge, I also don't want to complicate this on the court. If you want to kick out the issue of money for a couple weeks, I
Oh,
can-
I'm gonna kick it out.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to figure out what your client may be claiming but if she left 8 months ago, and if they were notified that she left 8 months ago, I don't know if the claim for rent's gonna be a proper claim.
And you and I are on the same page, Your Honor. That's why I need to discuss it with them.
All right. So, Ms. Hampton,
Yes, sir.
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to adjourn your case out. I'm gonna adjourn it out a couple weeks, since possession is not an issue. I'll adjourn it out to, well, a few weeks. Let me adjourn you to the 20th. All right, March 20th,
Thank you, Judge.
2026 at 12 noon.
Okay.
That, folks, is an in-person hearing, so you both must be present here at the courthouse.
And then, Judge Simpson, the only request is if my clients decide they want to just waive this and dismiss it, I can file a dismissal and not have to appear, correct?
If you give notification to Ms. Hampton now that she's appeared, that you're no longer claiming it, and
Okay,
we'll dismiss the money claim, and she knows that, I don't have a problem with that.
no problem, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hampton, thank you.
Have a
You're
good weekend,
welcome.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, this is a complaint to recover possession of property due to lease violations, specifically lease violations that resulted in police presence. So this is a termination of tenancy, Judge.
All right, Ms. McDonald, what is your position on this?
I submitted some evidence to the court.
Yes, I have, I'm not, so that you know, I don't have a context for what to do with all of this, okay?
I'm sorry.
So that's okay. And also, I don't believe.
Julie just gave this to me for this case.
So counsel, so that you're aware, I have probably, I don't know how many pages, and a flash drive and some additional documents. And it looks like another document may have come in. Okay, you didn't give a copy of any of that to the plaintiff, did you, ma'am?
I'm sorry, I did not.
Okay. Do you have copies of what you gave to the court?
Some of them, yes.
All right, here's what I'm gonna need you to do. I'm gonna need you to make copies of what you gave to the court. I don't know what we're gonna do with the flash drive. We'll have to figure something out. What's on the flash drive, man?
A lot of things that's gone on with me since I've been a resident of Haver Hill.
Okay, I'm not sure I know what that means, but
Several of-
okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I've been trying to say this in a way that everyone can understand. I filed several complaints at Haver Hill, which no one answered. And when I filed those complaints, I had to leave. So just to give you a little background, I've been calling.
Well, I'm not sure the background's gonna do me much good at this point. Because counsel doesn't have what's there. So you're gonna need to mail to counsel, and I'd suggest you do it today, given the situation with our postal service. The information, copies of the information that you supplied to the court.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll figure out what to do with the rest at the next hearing. I'll adjourn this out to March 20th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, so I'll need the parties here. And then we'll figure out what we'll do with the flash drive if one isn't sent to your counsel.
I'm sorry, could you was that 12 p.m.?
12 noon. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's plaintiff's claim in this case?
Plaintiff's claim is that this is a non-payment of rent action, and after demand, there is currently due and owing $12,872.50 in rent. This is possession and money, so the costs are $329.50, totaling $13,202.
All right. And Mr. Roque, what do you have to say about that?
We did apply for the SER assistance through DHS. And then we can pay about half of that within the next week.
All right. So let's back up a second. You can play about half of it next week, right?
Yes.
You applied for SER. Okay. How many people are in your household?
5.
5? Okay. So just so that you know, the state emergency relief with 5 individuals will only really pay about $870 if they pay anything at all. Okay. If they max you out on that. Okay. So, which is not nothing, but just so that you understand, it's not going to cover a great deal of this amount. Now you said, so how much is your monthly rent?
$1,400.
Okay. And how much did you say you can pay?
We could pay $6,000. We made a payment of $1,000 last night, and then we could pay another $6,000 within the next week.
Okay. Counsel, do you have the 1,000 that they paid in this figure?
No, Your Honor. I would have pulled their ledger last night. If you bear with me for 30 seconds, I can log into my client's accounting and verify their $1,000 payment. With all the fun of 2 form factor login.
Are these on the one?
Yes.
Your Honor, I do see their $1,000 payment.
Right, but the figure you gave me
It
has
predates
not
that.
taken that off yet.
Correct.
Right.
Predates. Yes.
Okay. That's fine. All right. So
Your Honor, I'd be inclined to
go.
adjourn this for their aid to come back for another pretrial and see if I can work out a conditional dismissal with them.
Okay,
Especially if they're
that's
gonna
what I
pay
was.
$6,000.
Yeah. So when can you pay the 6,000?
Whenever, Your Honor. We've had some issues with the payment method that they've made us use. So unfortunately, we have to pay in cash using Pay Near Me, and we can only withdraw about $500 a day. So that's kind of slowed us down, but we do have the funds
Okay. All right.
and we can make those payments within the next week.
Who are you?
I am Ryan. I'm
Oh,
also on.
okay. You're on the lease also, because it's the case isn't in your name, and I'm just like, why is he talking to me?
Sorry,
Anyway, no, okay.
I don't mean to
No,
speak.
it's okay. It's okay. As long as she's okay with you talking, that's okay. But usually if the guy starts talking, things get messed up. I'm kidding. All right. So you think you can pay the 6,000, say by Monday?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So 6,000, I'll make that due by March 2nd. Okay. And then I'm going to adjourn this out a week. Actually, it's going to be 2 weeks because I don't have the 6th now available to me. So I'd adjourn it out to the 13th. See if you guys can work something out. All right. Let me ask you this. You're going to pay the 6th between the 2nd when you make that payment and the 13th. Is there any additional payment you can make?
Yes, Your Honor. We intend on getting fully caught up as soon as possible.
No, I got you. Do you know how much that would be?
Another $2,000.
Minimally another $2,000.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Okay. And I'll just say 2,000 by the 12th. Okay. Then I'll adjourn you guys out to March 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so I'll need you guys down at the courthouse, okay? If you work out, if you talk to counsel and see if you can work out what's called a conditional dismissal on that, okay? And see what we can work out. Not forcing you to do anything. If you come down to the court, we'll figure it out, but that's always an option for you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Kathleen Ivanoff versus Lauren Griffin. Hello, what's your name?
Kathleen Ivanoff.
Ivanoff, okay. Lauren Griffin, they are not checked in. You did not pay for the second mailing or didn't do a second mailing, so I can't take a default today for their failure to appear.
Okay, he did get it. I just never put that piece of paper back to the court. I'm sorry. He got both.
What?
He got both summons though.
No, but there's a mailing that needs to be mailed by the court.
It was.
And no, it wasn't, because my file reflects the second mailing. There would be three services, ma'am. There would be a service that's basically a service by a person. There would be a mailing, and then there is a second mailing in order for me to proceed today with a default. That second mailing was not done.
By the court?
You did not pay for the second mailing for the court to do that.
Okay, nobody told me I had to pay for a second.
Well, I get it, but it's just not there, so I can't do anything. The best that I can do, ma'am, is to adjourn this out. I will adjourn it to my next available day, which is March 13th.
Well, can you please tell me what I have to do? Because I was not told that I had to do something else.
Not at this point that I'm aware of. And I can't give you legal advice. I can only tell you that for me to proceed by default at the first hearing, you would have needed to do what's called a second mailing. That wasn't done. So I can't proceed with the default today.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn it to the 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Ma'am, on this date, how much are you claiming they owe?
Okay, wait a second. Can you please go back? I do not, you have to tell me how to do this second mailing. When I went to file all this stuff, they told me what to do, and that was never part of.
They can't give you legal advice, ma'am. My clerks can't do that. So you filed the paperwork, right?
Yes.
And that's how the case gets on the docket. So from the paperwork that you filed, there was a service on the defendant, which would have, see what the service indicates. Actually, there was no service on the defendant. So did you have somebody serve them?
Yes.
Okay, that person, whoever served them, we do not have the return of service.
I know, that's my fault. He gave it to me to take to the court, and I didn't do it. That's my fault.
So that's not here.
I get it.
The mailing would have been done by the court, the first mailing, which was done by the court. We did that.
Yes.
If you wanted to take a default the first time around, you would have had to pay for a second mailing, which would have been done by the court. That has not been done.
Yeah, nobody told me that.
Well, ma'am, that's why people hire attorneys or read the rules. I mean, I don't know my clerks can't give you legal advice.
Okay, as far as listen, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I've never done anything like this before. I've never dealt with the court. I've never had to do anything like this. I was following the instructions, and I thought I did what I was supposed to do. So I would not have thought of that as legal advice.
Ma'am, the case is started. So you did that. I just can't do certain things today because other things weren't done. But that doesn't mean the case is over. It's just, it gets adjourned out to a date.
Okay, so can you just, at least, who do I call or who do I get in touch with to accomplish this through the court, this second mailing? And the other problem
Like,
is,
ma'am, I don't need the second mailing now. And the reason I don't need the second mailing is because the one hearing that the tenant would get, in essence, has happened today.
yes,
Okay, so I don't need the second mailing at this point. Let me put it to you this way. If you had come in, filed the papers, the normal mailing would have been done by the court. If you had paid for the second mailing and the second mailing gets done by the court, then I'd swear you in and I'd take a default today. That's what would happen. It wouldn't automatically be adjourned out. That wasn't done. So what happens is it gets adjourned out if the tenant's not here.
okay. So now what? So now what? You said it, I have to do this again?
Do what again?
Come back to court?
I'm setting it for March 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That is an in-person hearing. You'll need to come down to the court. They'll get notification of that hearing. If they're not here at that point, I can take a default.
Okay, he moved out. I have no idea where he went. And so if that gets sent to this address, I don't know how that's gonna work. And yeah, so I still want the back rent.
I understand what you're saying, ma'am, but I mean, he's gonna have to have personal service for me to issue a money judgment, but you know.
He got personal service. He got served. I can
Ma'am,
bring that into the court.
I don't know that because you didn't turn in the form.
I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna bring it in. I'll bring it in.
Okay, but you're telling me all these things and I'm just telling you, there's nothing else I can do. I set the date. You come down here. If I have all of the paperwork, you'll get your judgment. But I don't know what you want me to do. And I cannot give you legal advice. I cannot walk you through this procedurally.
I'm not asking for legal advice. I thought it
Well,
was
you are.
straightforward.
And so I will see you on the 13th at 3 p.m. Thank you. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,771.15.
All right. And Ms. Gibson, how are you intending on getting this paid?
It'll be paid. I need a couple of weeks because I have been out of work for the past month because I have messed up my knee. So I haven't been able to work. And then my brother, he's a college student and working part-time. So he's not making the best money right now for us to work together like we've been doing to pay it.
You're indicating in 2 weeks you can get this paid, you think?
I don't think I can do it in 2 weeks, maybe like less than a month though.
Well, the problem is that you got March hanging right over your head. So that's going to be added on to this.
Right. Okay.
All right. I can
Yes.
adjourn this out a week for you to think about it and contact plaintiff's counsel. I should actually adjourn it out. You can also, have you tried applying for any assistance at all?
No, I haven't. I got the paper in the mail on Friday, so I still have to look over that and look at some things. It's some
Okay,
resources
I'll
on
give
here,
you an
though.
opportunity to do that. I don't have now available, Ms. Dornbush, I don't have March 6th, so I'm going to give her an adjournment to the March 13th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay?
Okay.
Look that over. Ma'am, if you're going to apply for any type of assistance, there's a form that's also in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out and get that to the court by Wednesday of next week.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Silo Farm versus Alicia Clark. Alicia Clark? Oh, there she is.
Yes.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
All right. And what is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, with court costs, $11,010.81.
11,010.
$10.81.
Got it. All right, Ms. Clark, how are you
Yes.
intending on getting this paid?
So I just have a couple questions. I'm gonna apply for some assistance, but I was in bankruptcy until it was just discharged, and the attorney called me on the 31st of December, and then I got notification, like I think on the 2nd, of course, because of the holiday. And then when I got this paper, it has said that she had sent me something in January, but I checked my informed delivery and everything. I never got anything at all. So I called my bankruptcy attorney because I wasn't for sure, like, is all of this like after the September 29th amount?
So, Your Honor, with the bankruptcy discharging, the pre-petition arrears were $2,217.48. This balance, the $11,010.81, takes into account that discharge. So that's been removed from the ledger balance, and the $11,000 balance I stated is everything post-petition.
Oh, can you say that one more time, Miss Rachel? What was
The
sorry.
number? Yeah,
Yes.
the number is $11,010.81.
Okay. So my hope was to pay this today, but I actually got notification in the mail that I had to verify my identity with the IRS because of fraud.
Got it. Okay. So
But yeah,
let me ask you this, ma'am. So you think that you're going to be able to pay this plus your March rent once that verification comes through?
yes, because I did the verification yesterday. It said it was all done. And I reached back out to them to make sure. And then in the interim of getting this paperwork last week, like the next day I got something in the mail because my lease is actually up on the 31st of March, and it said that they were not going to renew my lease, which I was kind of baffled by too, because I talked to the property manager prior to filing the bankruptcy, because I had to do it in order to be able to get the home loan. But the home loan for Heroes, they said I can't do it until December 31st of this year because of the extenuating circumstances, and I have to wait a year. So I was kind of shocked because, of course, I don't have.
Why don't you talk with them again? All right. Sometimes, and I don't know in this case, but as to why that might have been sent out and what their intention is on that. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'll do, ma'am. I'm going to adjourn this to March 13th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse unless you get everything paid, okay?
Okay, so it's adjourned until March 13th at noon, in person.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost $2,374.02.
Mr. Kroll, how are you intending on getting that paid? Did he freeze on me?
Yeah, it looks like.
Oh, he's back. Mr. Kroll?
Yes, sir.
How are you intending on getting this paid?
Yes, sir. I actually have the money. I got to wait for my ID to come in the mail so I can open up a bank account. Because my bank account closed. So after I open my new bank account, I can cash the checks and I can get it paid. I
Got
applied for a new
it.
ID
Okay.
last
So
Friday,
you have the money,
and they
you just
told
need an
me
ID.
That's true.
All right. So I'll adjourn this out to March 13th, 2026 at 12 noon. Can you type that into him also because he's breaking up? I want to make sure he's hearing. Okay, sir. So we'll see you in person on that date.
What date?
March 13th at 12 noon.
Okay, and if I pay before then, you have to come.
If you paid everything before then certainly you don't need to appear, but you're going to have March rent click in. So you got to make sure you paid this plus March rent.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Okay. He froze again. All right. Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Thank you.
All right. Scio Farms versus Maria Mlota. Yep, she's here. Ms. Mlota, can you? Yeah, she'll get it in a minute.
Okay, I'm here.
Hello, Ms. Mlota. How are you?
I am doing okay.
All right. All right. Ms. Dornbush, how much is owing on this?
With cost $2,307.19.
Okay. Ms. Mlota, how are we going to get this paid?
It's really bad. So far I was not feeling well, but I got scammed in November. So the bank reversed the fees back to me, even though I didn't even, use the money. It's the scam. I applied for a loan to pay my bills, all my bills, because I like when I start the new year to start with 0 bills. Instead of getting, 5,000, I applied for a loan from Advance America. I ended up getting scammed. So the bank ended up, reversing all those fees to me. And then January, they garnished my Social Security. And then plus they added more fees. So it inconvenienced me a lot because now it's like paying back. It was really bad. And I feel bad for Scio Farm because I didn't pay them anything and I don't have any money. So hopefully March I'll be able to put in some money. But I'm in the process of applying for DHS again because I found out that DHS, if you apply DHS with other things, they deny you. So you have to apply it separate. So I'm going to apply again. After this, I'm going there to apply again separately.
Okay. And
then
are
friends,
you eligible for Hawk funding, you think, or no?
I left a message. So I'm hoping that they will call me back.
Okay. Ms. Mlota, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case out to March 13th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay.
Okay. Make sure to turn in that paperwork. If you apply through DHS, that you turn in the paperwork to the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. And then hopefully if you talk to SOS or Hawk, somebody will call you back between now and then. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Scio Farms versus Jason Rhodes.
Good morning.
Oh, there you are. Okay. He's here. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost $2,388.81.
Sir, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I paid that on the portal on Tuesday.
So you think everything's paid?
Yes.
All right, so here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it out to the 13th, 2026 at 12 noon. If everything's paid and you paid it before the end of the month, they're going to dismiss the case.
Okay.
Okay. And if not, then something will happen with March. But if you got everything paid, you're confident everything's paid, so that it'll just be dismissed out. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Scio Farms versus Amanda Ridley. Amanda Ridley, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,350.91. Costs are $192 for a total due of $1,542.91. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Scio Farm versus Jesse Steenberg and Brett Steenberg.
Here, sir.
All right, there's Jesse. All right. All right, what is the claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,704.26.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I just have to wait to go to the bank today, but I intend on paying it well before March 13th. So
Okay. So are you saying you're going to pay that and March, or?
yes. Yes.
All right, let me ask this so that we'll simplify things. Do you have the money to pay it now? You said you just have to get to the bank.
Correct. Yep, I have 14, and then I'm just waiting on the 300. But I should be able to pay that before the actual end of February. And then by March, I'll be paying March as well. So
Okay, so here's that. The reason I asked that, ma'am, is I'm going to adjourn this out to March 13, 2026 at 12 noon. If you get everything paid before the end of February, then you're going to be in good shape and they'll dismiss this case.
yes, sir.
All right. If not, then you'll need to appear in person on the 13th, and then we'll figure out this with the March payment. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
Then I'll recall the case of Arbor Woods versus Sarah Ellison. Did she come back? She did not come back. She did not come back. Sarah Ellison? All right. Well, not here. You've been sworn. You may take a default.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $3,527.44. Costs are $188 for a total due of $3,715.44. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. I think that's all I have for you this morning.
Great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Kristen Benson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jillian.
Good morning. And Miss Benson. Oh, there she is. Hello, Benson. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
A balance including court costs of $2,852.
All right. Miss Benson, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I've already submitted another money order for $1,000 to them. And that was on the 6th. And I don't think they're adding that, or maybe it was after. But I've already submitted $1,000 to them again. So I should have it all paid by the middle of March.
Okay. Your Honor,
Yeah.
Early February of $1,000. So
I'm
that
sorry?
I can see a payment of $1,000 from early February payment.
Okay, but that's been taken off of this account, of this balance.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, are you going to apply for assistance or anything, or?
No, so I have already sent $1,000 again. So they haven't put that towards it. I did call the front office, but I should have it all paid off by the middle of March 15th.
Okay.
Okay, well, here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this out to my next available date of March 13, 2026 at 1 p.m. Okay? That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse. If you apply for any assistance, you'll need to fill out the rental assistance form and submit that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Hamilton Crossing versus Christina Franks Hatter.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Franks Hatter, I see her. I don't see her.
Hello, I'm right here. Good morning.
Okay. Oh, there you are. Okay. I couldn't see you for a minute. Good morning. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $912.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I wanted to pay $350 today and pay the rest on March the 6th.
You're going to pay $350 today?
Yes, I get off of work at 4 o'clock and I can make it to the bank by 4:30 and drop it in the leasing office mailbox by 4:40.
Okay. And if you don't pay all of this today, then we're gonna have March added on to it when we come back on this case.
I don't pay any rent currently right now.
Oh, okay. So you're at zero.
Yes.
Well, Your Honor.
Okay, gotcha. No, that's fine. So let me
So, yeah,
do
I want
this.
to have
Pay
it
the
completely paid off by March the 6th. That was my intention, and I had just got the letter in the mail over the weekend. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to pay it.
Okay, so you think you'll have everything by the 6th?
Yes, I certainly will.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn this out to my next date, which is the 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but if your rent is zero and you get all of that paid, I'm not gonna need to see you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. You have a great weekend.
You too, thank you.
Hamilton Crossing versus Tiffany Tackett.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Hello,
Tackett,
Your Honor.
Hello, there you are. All right. What is the claim in this case?
I have a balance including court costs of $1,533.
All right. And Ms. Tackett, how are you going to get that paid, you think?
I have legal representation and my attorney wasn't able to make it today, so I was wondering if we might be able to get that adjourned.
I can adjourn it. Who's representing you?
Alex Henry from Legal Aid.
Okay. So I'll adjourn it to the 13th.
Okay.
2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So
Okay.
let Mr. Henry know that. Also let him know that the answer to the complaint would be due by March 6th.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You do the same.
Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Tierra Pratt.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Is Pratt here?
I'm here.
Okay, there she is. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, what is it claim in this case?
I have two things, Your Honor. Rent plus court costs totals $4,033. Your Honor, we also have a conditional order of dismissal from a previous case that is still applicable. And so I think that we might be filing an affidavit of noncompliance under the conditional order of dismissal for the previous case.
Nope.
Got it.
That's incorrect, and I will be contacting the lawyer. The COD was paid off in December, and also they were charging me late fees, and I for each month, and I already then on the account I just made a $2,600 payment, $2,684 payment yesterday, and that should be on the account. And she said that she was going to remove the late fees, and they so
hold on, Ms. Pratt. You paid how much yesterday, you said?
$2,684 yesterday.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And also the COD was paid off in December, and they kept applying late fees on this on my COD each month. So I have not been in compliance. The COD was paid off in December. So what you're seeing
Okay.
on there is
Okay, Ms. Pratt?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, right now, I don't see any of that, right?
Well,
I
she
just
should
had
be
this
able
in
to
front of
see
me.
it.
Okay, ma'am, hold on a moment. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn this to March 13th, 2026, 1 p.m. Bring all your that's an in-person hearing. Bring all your documentation and everything. By that time, your payment should have caught up. Your March rent will click in. But then if they file the affidavit, I can also take a look at that case and make
Okay.
a determination as to what's happened on it.
And
Okay?
then I shouldn't even have no legal fees because I just talked to the manager yesterday, and she told me that they were gonna dismiss this, but I showed up just in case because I knew it was gonna be some drama. And I'll have my lawyer reach out to them.
Well, there's no drama yet. I'm just,
It's
everybody's
just
just
like they
telling me
just
their
not doing
thing.
what they supposed to do, and then have
Well,
me with
ma'am,
court
Miss
fees.
Pratt, I've listened to you. I told you there's nothing I can do right now because I don't have all of that in front of me.
Okay.
All right. So I've set it out 2 weeks at 1 o'clock. You say you're going to get an attorney. Let them know when that is.
Okay.
And then everybody will be here. The account should be at least reconciled. I can take a look at everything and tell you where it is. But you're just talking at me right now. I can't do anything about it.
I know. Thank you. So you said,
Thank
and
you.
when is it? So I can be clear because I was over
March
talking you, and I
13th.
apologize.
March 13th, 1 o'clock.
Is that in person or is that
That's
Zoom?
in person.
Thank you.
Okay. And if I can't do in person?
Well, you can file the Zoom request, but I don't know how you're going to get the documents and everything to me. So I'm setting it in person. You can file the Zoom request, but it may not be granted.
Okay. I'll try to get the day off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Coyote, is it Ayodele?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay. And also the other Ayodele. I'm not even going to try that first name. All
That's
right,
my wife.
sir.
I do. That's my.
All right. Okay. What is the plaintiff's claim?
Jillian Ingham, if Your Honor, the balance that I currently have is $3,228 in costs, but my client is looking at the rent being assessed. I just a brief overview of the issue, whether or not rent can be increased if there's an income change for I think I'm sorry, Isha's here, so she can correct me if I'm wrong. She's the property manager. But there's a question as to whether rent can be adjusted in the interim during a lease period when tenant's income changes. And so we're going to be looking at this and getting her an answer so she can get a final number for the rent. And so, Your Honor, we're just relating to adjourn this. Is what
okay. And I should say, is it under Anke? Ma'am, help me with it. Give me your name. I see you up there.
It's
Got it. Okay.
I prefer
so,
to
all right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this out to the 13th of March. They're going to be taking a look at your account, and then we'll figure out where we'll go from there on this. Okay, folks?
You said that March 13, right? What time?
Yes, it'll be March 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's in person here at the courthouse.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, they'll get your account reconciled, look at what they're going to do, and then we'll have a number, and then we'll figure out how we're going to work this through. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You guys have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend too.
Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Jessica Jackson.
Jillian in for plaintiff.
Oh, there she is. Miss Jackson's here. She's just trying to figure out how to unmute. All right. Hello, Miss Jackson.
Hello.
All right. How much is owing on this?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $1,440.
All right, Miss Jackson.
Yes, sir.
How are we going to get this? How are we going to get this paid?
Couple weeks.
Okay. You can get that in March, you think, or?
It won't be in March. It'll be that. I guess I calculated wrong, and I thought it was 12 that I owe. I'll be able to give 500 on Tuesday, and then the following Friday I'll try my best to get the rest.
All right, so you're going to pay 500 by the 3rd. I think that's right. Yeah. So you're going to pay 500 by March 3rd, and then you think the balance you might be able to have by the 13th, but you're not sure. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Then I'm going to adjourn it out to March 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's in person. If you have everything paid, I don't need to see you. All right. But if not, you'll have to come down to the courthouse. We'll figure out where to go from here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Tierra Warren.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Miss Warren, hello.
Hi.
Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including of $1,046.71.
All right. Ms. Warren, how are we going to get that paid?
So I'm just trying to understand where she got that balance from, because on the judgment I was $721 by February 8th. I've made in January I only owe $52 left. And I made a payment of $400 yesterday. So I'm not understanding. And when I called and spoke to Daryl at the front desk, he said I only owed $800 and some change. And I paid $400 yesterday. So I'm trying $400 in total. So I'm just trying to understand where she got this balance from.
Your Honor, if I may, I can answer this part of that. So part of that is, Ms. Warren, when we get the ledgers from our client, because it's in the morning, we ask for them the day before, and so I wouldn't have that $400 payment, so I can make a note of that and it would be reflected next come back to court. The other thing is on your ledger doesn't yet reflect court costs, but the court costs are $176.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have a court cost, because if it said on the paper, it said that the judgment was put in at the end of December 31st, which I shouldn't have. My rent was paid through January. I owed $52 in January. That was it. Then February came out. I gave 200. I paid $200 on maybe the 15th of February. Just gave another $400 yesterday. So I don't, and I shouldn't have court fees either because it was paid. It wasn't not paid through December 31st, and that was on the judgment because the original paper said I owed 721
Well,
by.
ma'am, this isn't about the judgment. If you
Well,
look at
I'm
the
just.
complaint, if you look at the complaint that came in this case, they indicated that you owe $1,130.81 as of February 11th.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't
Okay.
even owe that.
Okay, but if you owed something in February, then they're entitled to their court cost.
Okay, well that's fine. But then, so how much do I owe? Because it shouldn't be the 1,000 or whatnot. Because I would have. Because when I called and spoke to Daryl, he said I only owed $800 and something. I gave $400 yesterday. That's why I was coming here to clear up everything and make sure. Because I can make a payment today and I want to pay it off, but I'm not trying to give extra money. I don't have money to just give
Okay. Nobody's trying to give extra money. I get you.
at all. And I tried to
Right.
call and speak to Jillian on Monday. I called and left a voicemail, never spoke to anybody. I called to the rental office since Monday, never got a call back. So communication is horrible. But I don't have money like that. Like I'm a single mom of 2 kids. Like I don't have money.
Ma'am, Miss Warren. Miss Warren. All right. I don't know. I had the balance I was given was the $1,046.71. The problem is you paid something that's probably not taken off of that figure. That's what counsel was indicating. So what you paid, you subtract that out. I think where the difference for you is going to be in the court cost. It looks to me like they would be entitled to the court cost. So I think you're going to have to pay that. So let me ask you this, Miss Warren. How much can you pay today?
I guess I want to know exactly how much I owe. Because I don't want it to go
Okay,
over
Miss
so
Warren,
much.
I'm not going to go around in circles.
Okay, $400. I can give the
you
$400.
Okay, so here's the thing. Pay the 400 today. Okay, it looks like you're probably going to owe more than that, but I'm going to adjourn it out 2 weeks to the 13th. Okay, and then we'll be able to reconcile your payments and all of that into your account, and we'll figure out a way to get you back to zero. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'll adjourn this out to March 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. All right?
All right,
Thank you.
They're so fucked.
Whoa. Oh, really?
I think
Really?
it was timely, Your Honor. She muted timely.
No, she didn't.
Getting the thing out, I think.
You see? Okay, so mark that file. We'll have to talk with her when she comes in. All right, let's go on. Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Lawrence Sharp.
Jillian Ingen.
And
sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Jillian Ingen.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence Sharp, Ann Underwood, and Levy Sharp. Go ahead now, miss.
Jillian Ingen. Sorry, Your Honor.
No, it's okay. It's probably my fault, but there we go. And I think, who do we have? I think Underwood. Hello, you guys want to identify who you are? Can I hear them? Can they hear me? I cannot hear them.
That's Ashley Womack.
Ms. Womack.
I
got Miss Womack. No, I got Miss Womack. I haven't called, ma'am. I haven't called your case yet. Okay. So hold on a moment. I see Ann Underwood listed. I see a gentleman that may be. You're Ann Underwood. You're waving at me.
Yes.
And I'm Lawrence, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay, now I can hear you guys. Okay. I couldn't hear you before, and I was a little bit worried. All right, what is the claim in the case?
Your Honor, this is a termination of tenancy case. Mr. Sharp is a former employee who took possession without authority, or the application was approved before a lease was signed. And Your Honor is requesting an immediate order and in this matter under MCL 65744.
All right. You guys heard that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What's your position?
Well, Your Honor, some of that is correct. I am a former employee. I was an employee
Until they came here with 9 people threatening to move out.
and, I did the paperwork as anyone does, and I waited. Our lease was up, so I already had the U-Haul packed from our last apartment, waiting for the okay that I was approved. It took about 5 or 6 days. Finally, I got to go ahead and said I was approved. Now,
so are you going to move out?
No, we don't.
I really would like to stay here. I have the money to pay and everything. I don't.
We don't want to do any more damage.
I hate to move my son around again. He's only 11, and I just don't understand. I moved in a day early. After I got the verbal saying that I was approved, I didn't steal any keys. I had the keys because I will have access to check apartments and stuff. I was told to make sure it was move-in ready. So I did that. I did move in before I paid my security deposit, but there was no one in the office by the time I had the money order. So I was just going to give it to him the next morning. I figured no harm, no foul. And then this happened, and I got fired on top of it. So it's been a rough couple months, Your Honor. And all I'm trying to do is take care of my family. And I'm sober. I've went through all this stuff. I've been clean. I'm going to college. My family actually likes this apartment.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It sounds to
Sorry, I'm
me
rambling.
like you may have to vacate the premises. I will give you an opportunity to speak with a lawyer on this.
Yes. Thank you.
I'll adjourn it out to March 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. But you need to also understand that if I grant them a judgment on that date, that there will be an immediate writ. So there's not going to be like it goes out to then and then you get additional 10 days.
Right. I understand.
My suggestion to you, you can talk with an attorney. My suggestion to you is that you might want to make arrangements to get yourself to another spot.
Right.
So that you and your family aren't out.
Sure. Yes, I'm actually already on top of that. I mean, we do like this place, and I would have no problem paying. But if they want me out, then I'll have to get out, I guess. But
I think, sir, that's what they want. That's why we're here.
Okay.
All right, but I have to give you an opportunity to speak with an attorney. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Strong Future Homes versus Susan Farley.
Jillian Ingen.
Susan Farley, not checked in. I don't think you've been sworn.
I don't think so.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. This is a case for non-payment of rent. Rent retained possession is $2,094. Court costs are $176 for a total of $2,270. Plaintiff is requesting a default judgment for possession only with a writ to issue after 10.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Strong Future Homes versus Ashley Womack.
Jillian Ingen for plaintiff.
She is here. Okay. Hello, Ms. Womack. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court of $2,115.28.
Give me that last, I had 21 and then what? You broke up.
$115.28.
Got it. All right. Ms. Womack, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I just found out 4 days ago that I owe this. I'm low income. I guess I messed up on my recertification. I don't know why it keeps going up because my recertification is in. Last out, my court papers say 1,900 and something. So my recertification has been in for like almost a month now, or at least 2 weeks. So I need to figure out why the recertification is not in and my rent keeps going up.
All right. So you think there might be a recertification issue?
Yes, and then the balance I can get help with, I guess, from SOS, but I don't know why it keeps going up.
All right. So you need to apply, if you're going to try to get assistance, apply to SOS. Okay. And then what I'll do, and if it's a recertification issue, what you might want to do is contact legal services, see what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, because my rent is usually 0. So.
Okay.
And
so what I'll do, ma'am, is I'm going to adjourn it out to the 13th of March, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. All right. But don't wait to the last minute to reach out to
SOS.
SOS. Okay.
Thank you.
And you're
right. Thank you, Ms. Womack.
Really briefly, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Rent changed in January, and so it's for January. If the recertification was, then it might be that it takes effect in March, and so I know my clients. I'm sure my client's working on getting that process, and hopefully we'll have updated final number here.
And I'll get help with the 2 months, so that way it can be cleared.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, folks. Ms. Womack, have a good weekend. And Ms. Endon, you too.
Thank
you.
All
right. And Miss Dorsey was on here shaking her head at my ruling and letting people have time. That's okay, Miss Dorsey. You don't think I saw you. I saw you the moment I said somebody's getting adjournment. You're like, oh. And I said, well, at least she's muted and not yelling at me, so I'm good. All right. All right, you guys take care.
Runner, she's got a camera on.
Yeah. All right, you guys take care. And court's gonna stand in recess.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lacey's in Zoom. Why is she in Zoom? Oh, she's someplace else. What? She said she's not coming here to see me. She wouldn't make it in time.
We did start at 12.
Did she know she didn't? She knew she had 12. Why?
That's a question.
Where is she? Do you know where she is?
Detroit.
Did she tell? She's in Detroit?
Yes.
That's a big place.
It is a big
That's all for me at 12. I'm covering.
You're gonna cover at 1.
Yeah,
right?
for Sydney. Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I'll see you in an hour. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, sir. Arbor Meadows versus Akio Fujimaki.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gabriel Lacey, P79685 for the plaintiff, Arbor Meadows.
Did you hear us talking about you?
Yes, Your Honor, and I do appreciate you allowing me to appear via Zoom.
You're more than welcome. All right, Mr. Stringer.
Yes, Your Honor. Thomas Stringer appearing on behalf of Akio Fujimaki.
All right. I have a dismissal.
So, Your Honor, if you could allow me this time to address Brother Counsel. I had a family emergency, and I do apologize. I did not get to reach out to you and let you know that we were dismissing this case. And we will not be bringing up the other cases.
You have any objection to that?
Well, I have no objection to it being dismissed. My client did want me to ask for fees. You reserved them. I've had to come back again. When I look at I looked at my time after today, I'll have between $1,200 and $1,500 into this. It's unfortunate that my client gets charged for that.
Do I have permission to sign your name?
Yeah, I will
I
will state
have
that.
anything to say to that?
Yes, Your Honor. I will state that this could have been resolved if he had just paid the court costs with notice. And my client was willing to do that and waive the late fee. My client was willing to be very amenable, and at this point, decided to just do a courtesy fee waiver for the court cost. And I do not believe that fees should be attributed to my client, as my client's just trying to assert their rights as a property owner and keep the place where he calls home beautiful.
Yeah, but remind me, were the court fees due?
There were court fees, but the issue was Your Honor did not specifically award them in the
Correct.
last case. That's what it was.
Right, but that's part of the problem. And Ms. Lacy, I appreciate that you, an emergency counsel, has been out here twice, and I was extremely skeptical of the argument that was being made at the last hearing, because everything was settled. And quite frankly, I don't know that Arbor Meadows should have been coming after him for something that wasn't contained in the written agreement or judgment between the parties. And that was part of my problem. And now we are back here again. And
I appreciate counsel having some family issue, but somebody from the firm could have sent me a dismissal, and at least I wouldn't have had to come out here today. And that's what's inherently wrong about this. And I'm not blaming counsel, but obviously she works for a firm who decided to file this. And really, there was no merit to filing this. And saying that Mr. Fujimaki could have paid the fees, well, he wasn't ordered to pay the fees, and we never agreed to pay the fees. So this is just wrong. I'll leave this up to the court.
Ms. Lacy, I get the family emergency. I get all of that, and you kept the court apprised that you weren't going to be able to be here today. I wasn't sure what was happening on the case. So that I think all of us that have been in practice realize stuff happens, right? Okay, so I get that. I appreciate, though, what Mr. Stringer is saying, that somebody could have sent that. I am also, how do I want to say this? I'll put it this way. Sometimes people are sent in to give arguments that may themselves not have a whole lot of merit, and they have to just go about doing their job. And I can appreciate that. And I don't fault attorneys when they're placed in that position. I may be wrong, but I think, Ms. Lacy, you always give very good, cogent arguments grounded legally before this court. I felt, well, I'm just going to say it, and I don't know if I'm right, but I think that if it were up to you, we wouldn't have been here last time arguing. I think somebody has put you in that position, and unfairly so. I say what I think. I think you were put in that position unfairly. I don't think you would have given me that argument, because that's not what you do. But Mr. Stringer and his client should also not be. So I'm not going to award the $1,500 or whatever it would be, the $1,500. I will award $500 in attorney fees that will need to be paid by I'm gonna say is that it needs to be paid by the plaintiff to the defendant's attorney.
By, we have a time frame, Your Honor? 2 weeks, a month?
Yeah.
Whatever the.
Pay it by March 16th, 2026. All right.
And I just want to put something on the record that I've had my assistant check every day for the last few days to see if we were receiving anything.
Right.
Because originally she was going to, and I'm just not blaming her, going to file a brief or file an amendment to request an amendment. So there was just nothing ever, and the dismissal could have come. I mean, from somebody.
And I'll say this, and I'm not here to defend Miss Lacy. I'll just say this. Hey, if she could have, she would have. I have no doubt in my mind. And I think that there may have been outside things hampering her. So I don't hold her responsible. That's why I phrased it the way that I do. I don't think that comes, I don't know whose pocket it comes out of. I'll make this clear in my mind, it should not come out of Miss Lacy's pocket. Whoever did what they did, that's who should be paying it. Because I don't think she would have done this. She's never done that in the years that she's been practicing.
I fully accept that. I have no ill will at all.
I know you don't. So, and it's a good thing that this is the attorney on the other side, because this could have gotten real ugly. So, all right.
Probably true.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Miss Lacy, I'll say this: Mr. Stringer doesn't come out here that often. He used to come see me all the time. Now it's every once in a while, here or there. So the very fact that it didn't get to him and I got to see him again, I'm okay with it.
Mr. Stringer, my sincerest apologies, and I do thank you, Your Honor.
Well, and I appreciate that. And again, there's no ill will whatsoever. I think you're a fine attorney. Just things happen.
Things happen. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
$600.
500.
No. $600 from Ava Meadows to requested me is officially gone. $600 is.
That's in the other case.
That is stated.
Oh, yeah, no. This case is being dismissed.
This case is being dismissed.
That's what he's asking about, the $600 that they requested.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm David Pantera. I'm standing in for Attorney Sidney Katz, and I'm familiar with the books and records they relate to this tenancy. In this case, there's been owing of $352. There's no court costs, so the balance is $352. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. I will on this one also, no writ.
Sorry. Yep.
No, that's okay. Court does call the case of Arbor House versus Sierra Spencer.
David Pantera standing in for Attorney Sidney Katz on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello. Your name?
Sierra Spencer.
Thank you. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, in this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $1,304, court costs of $175 for a total of $1,479. Ms. Spencer showed me a text from SOS that they've already approved her and mailed out a check. So I would think that the 10 days should be fine.
Are they're mailing out a check for this amount?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put it over. Or what are you gonna do? You want a judgment?
Yes.
And I think that may be what to do. Okay, so this judgment won't include March.
Okay.
You'll get it paid off in time, right? And so SOS is gonna send it over. I'll do the judgment. And that way, if I, just so that you know, the reason I would do it this way is because I don't want you coming back in March. March isn't paid, and then we got to add it. And you follow me?
Yes, sir.
That makes sense? All right. So I'll grant a judgment to the plaintiff. That's by consent for that amount. I do have to apprise you, ma'am, that you're unrepresented by counsel This is a judgment. You have 3 business days to think about it. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some right you didn't assert, or some confusion on your part, you would have those 3 business days to file a motion with the court.
Okay.
All right? Doesn't mean I grant it, but you have that time to think about it. Fair enough? All right. You just want to go, don't you?
No.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of Willow Ridge Apartments versus Taisha Johnson.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fantera, standing in for Attorney Sidney Katz on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Taisha Johnson.
Thank you. All right, where are we on this?
The rent that's owed is $2,973, court costs of $175, total of $3,148. Ms. Johnson evidently has applied.
Was there $100 late fee or something? You know?
I'm not aware. Was the number $100 higher than it was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think we have other issues on this case in that she's applied for assistance through THAW.
Through where?
THAW, which I believe is called the Heat and Warmth Fund. And I'm familiar with them paying people's utilities, but evidently they also pay rental assistance. So I've never dealt with them. She said that when she met with them, they told her that she had to get a job in order for her to be considered, and that they could consider her up to $3,000. She said she got a job and she expects them to pay, but she doesn't know exactly how much they're going to pay. I asked her if she had any documentation or if she had a 539 form, and she doesn't. So we thought we would throw this one in your lap because we deal with a lot of the local agencies, but I've never dealt with this one.
What do you want to tell me?
I spoke with you 10 days ago. Manpower just called me yesterday. So when I leave here, they need for me to come down there to get, turn in my ID and my social security card for the job. I was calling agencies before that, and that's what they were telling me, that I didn't have a job at that time. Like I said, I just moved here from Saginaw. So
yeah, that's what I thought. You look different on Zoom than on Zoom.
Well, yeah, this is me.
All right.
My friend just came down and made sure I got here today. So I don't.
Your friend?
Okay. So I really don't. I've been in an apartment. I've been trying my hardest with no car or anything like that. So I don't really know how things work. I called Helping Hands. I called all the agencies that was on the thing. Yesterday, I talked to Jewish Family Services. Yeah, so I had a meeting with one of them. So everybody was saying that I needed a job. So
yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Did you call Hawk?
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm sorry, sir. I said Thaw. What'd I say? It's Hawk. I'm sorry. That's the one.
Okay, so it's not Thaw.
No,
okay.
I got it mixed up.
Okay,
I'm
now
sorry.
I feel comfortable.
I apologize.
No,
When you were saying,
okay.
I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, no, it started with an A. So yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No, don't apologize. How are you as compared to the last time you were here?
I feel better.
You were lost the last time you were here, and I think you were preparing for the world to end.
Yes.
On Zoom. You remember that?
Yes.
And what did I tell you?
You said you told me don't give up. And you said, we're gonna try this way. And then you said, when I come, you said, we got 2 ways, we're gonna do this. And so here I am. I didn't give up. I kept on trying. So here I am right now.
We're gonna get through this, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you got a job. You've talked to the people at Hawk, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so they were the ones that told you needed a job.
Yes, they said, they can't help
you. Have you gone back to them?
No, because actually I gotta go to Manpower today because I need the acceptance letter, to show proof that I have the job.
Got it. And then you're gonna talk back with
Hawk.
Hawk.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have, how much is your monthly rent?
$1,299.
Okay.
Yeah, and if, Your Honor, if I remember the last time we had a conversation with Hawk, they won't even give the appointment until she has a
job.
Right, so you called in, and so you don't have an appointment with a caseworker.
Nope,
They basically said, call back in.
I
So
just
she's
got the job.
probably 2 to 3 weeks away. And my concern is this is gonna go into March, which is gonna take the balance up to $4,500. So if you need to, so you're gonna go from here to Manpower,
Yes, sir.
and I don't know if Manpower is sufficient to get that appointment.
I already got the job. I could.
Okay, you got the-
You just have to supply the information.
Then you need to,
my W-2s.
you need to call Hawk this afternoon, because the sooner you call in, the sooner you get an appointment.
Yes, sir.
If this were my client, I know what I would do, but it's not. Is Amy?
Amy's in.
Good afternoon. I'm good.
Good afternoon, Amy. But she's gonna have to go there, and I think I get what's happened with her. She's gotta have proof of employment, so she's gotta get that, so then she can begin that process, right?
Your Honor, if she already is employed, it's a matter of providing that proof once she's had that caseworker in front of her. Right now, we're booking for the 16th or 17th of March, so I'd recommend she call right now and at least try to get into the calendar. The proofs are really important for once they're in front of the caseworker.
Got it. Okay, you hear that?
Yes, sir.
So do that as soon as possible. Just get on that, and then you'll get that proof of employment.
Okay.
But the other thing I'm worried about is they're gonna ask her what her plan is to get it down to $3,000.
I know.
When do you start work?
Monday is training.
I get it. I get all that. But I'm gonna tell you what. One thing about me, Mr. Fantera, is when I make somebody a promise, I do everything I possibly can to stick to that promise. I told Miss Johnson, somehow I told her not to give up faith and to keep going through. And so you can let Mr. Katz know, and everybody know, I'm gonna stay with her. We're gonna work this through. It may take us a minute, but I think we can get there. She did her part. And so, and she's not going anywhere except through me, and I'm not moving. It's just the way it is. All right. Good. You're welcome. All right. She's here kind of all alone, just trying to do it. And I think and I don't mean to throw all your business out there, but I think if you could have seen her when she appeared via Zoom before me, she's trying to pack up. She's trying to figure out what her next move is, but she's not even sure what it is. But she's trying to tell me, and I could tell she didn't have a next move. And she just needed to, I don't know, she needed to slow down and take a breath. Right? And the cold-hearted reality is she didn't have to believe a thing I was telling her. She didn't have to come here today. But somehow or another, she made it here. And so I'm staying with her. We're going to work through this. She's going to, at some point, get that check. And somewhere along the line, they can work out some type of an agreement to let her catch up, get Hawk to get her on track. She's got a job. I have faith. And so every day I just expect a miracle. And the very fact she's standing here before me, I've seen mine for today. So I'm going to adjourn this out to March 13th, which is my next day. Okay, so 2 weeks.
3 p.m.
At 3 p.m. in person. You're more than welcome. All right. Young lady, take care.
I will.
All righty. Court does call the case of Willow Ridge Apartments versus Azaria Dammer.
David Fantera, standing for Attorney Katz on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hi, Your Honor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm
Okay,
good.
how much is owing on this?
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $2,573. Court costs of $175 for a total of $2,748.
All right, Ms. Dameron, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Waiting on my next check. And then I do have a current household income change that I'm trying to work out, but I was gonna call home after this because they told me to call them again if I have a income change and see what they can help me with.
How much is your monthly rent?
1,600. I think it's really 1,599.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm. She said they were scheduling 16th, 17th. All right. Here's what I'm going to do, ma'am. So you're going to be in contact with Hawk. They're going to pay at most, let's say you're approved for everything. They're going to pay $3,000 at most, right? If I let this click over into the next time, we're going to be way above that figure.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, how much is your next check? With your next check, what are you going to be able to pay, you think?
Possibly 800.
Okay, so half of what would be your March rent.
Correct.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to find no tribal issue. I'm going to grant a judgment to the plaintiff in the amount of the 2748. How I like to describe that is I'm just freezing that number.
Okay.
So this doesn't include your March.
Okay.
Okay. And then, but I'm going to extend her writ date. Her writ date would normally be the 9th. I'm going to extend it out to the 17th of March. And I'm trying to time that up with when Hawk may be giving appointments. I may be off by a few days, but I'm trying to. So what I'll need you to do is call them right away.
Okay.
See if you can get on their calendar. Let them know that it's the 2748 and that you've got till that the date the judge gave you was the 17th.
Okay.
Okay, and see what they can do. So this doesn't include your March rent, doesn't do any of that. But if we can keep it right around here and they'll come through for you, then maybe that'll work out.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yes, sounds good, Judge.
Okay, and you understand what I'm doing?
Yes, I understand.
All right, yes.
Should I put under further orders that no writ will issue if payment is made or a promise to pay has been received?
No writ once a promise to pay has been received.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, can I say one more thing? I'm sorry.
Can I stop you? No, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, what do you want to tell me?
The one thing I wanted to say too is the late fees, those really end up taking a toll. Because if I do the little increments, if it's not at least a band that I make a payment on, I'm technically just paying those late fees.
How much are the late fees?
Okay, in total, it could go from after a week, it's $100, but it adds up every week. So they add another 100 every week.
Whoa.
I believe, or 50.
Your Honor, what was the number 2 weeks ago?
It was 2648.
So it's gone up $100
in a week. Whoa.
In 2 weeks.
Well, in 2 weeks. So it's like $50 a week.
And are your late fee, and this isn't my client, are the late fees $1 a day or $5 a day or something like that after the initial payment?
I'm not sure.
Why don't we just make this easy? Why don't we
Hang on.
freeze it at the 2648?
Hang on a second. Oh, no. So.
See, he's like, case you can fail.
They're assessing a $50 late fee on the 6th day of the month. And then 10 days later, $100.
Yes.
Rent is how much? 1,600?
Well, it went up, well, exactly 100.
So is that what's on there is that second?
What got tacked on was the second one because we were on the 13th. We're now on the 27th. So, minus the whole 150. 25.98. All right, here's what I'm going to do, ma'am. The best I can do in this case, I'm granting the judgment for $25.98. I'm wiping out that entire late fee for February. All right.
Thank you.
You, Mr. Fantera, however you want to describe it to him, and if he wants to talk to me directly, he can talk to me directly, but that might not be a great conversation. Let him know that late fee, I almost consider to be near liquidated damages, which cannot be assessed, and that the late fees have to be reasonably calculated to what is the cost of rent. And you can't each month keep putting people back in the hole like this.
Right.
All right. So, young lady, it's $25.98 now.
Okay.
Okay, that's the best I can do. I don't want to put it out to try to assess it any further because otherwise that rent will click on and I don't want to do that.
Right.
All right.
Thank you.
For bringing it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay.
Of course.
All right. Get on the phone to Hawk. Do you hear me?
All righty.
All right. You take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Willow Ridge Apartments versus Angela Schmidt. Angela Schmidt, not here. You've been sworn. You may go ahead.
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $1,852, court costs of $175 for a total of $2,027. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ to issue 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a great week.
Have a good weekend.
Can you see what she wants for me? Courthouse case, Legends of Rosewood Village versus Sean Weisberg.
No, Susan.
Susan, I'm sorry. What did I say, Sean?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was trying to change your name. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I guess.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jackie Snyder Potter on behalf of Mark Wasbury for the plaintiff.
All right. All right. Where are we on her case?
Okay, so the payment was applied. So the total now is $2,667.90.
Okay.
That's as
And
of
that
today.
was a payment from
Miss Weisberg.
from her.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So ma'am, how are you intending on getting the rest of this paid?
Well, Your Honor, may I catch you up on what's happening for a moment?
Sure.
Looks
Okay.
like she's out of the hospital, so that's a
That's
good
right.
that's a good
If
sign.
you recall, the last time I saw you, I was in my hospital bed.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
And your advice wisely was, don't worry about this and get better. So I followed your advice. I didn't worry. Now the amount that's, and right now, by the way, I just got out of rehab. So I've had a steady stream of occupational therapy therapists coming into my house in the last few days. And in addition to that, I had scammers try to steal at least $1,000 from my bank account. My credit union just canceled all my accounts. They're changing all the numbers on all my accounts. And I
Got
have
it.
to check with them and see the status of things, which I don't even know at the moment. I don't even, I'm sorry to say, I don't even know how much money I have. And the amount that was just mentioned is not the amount of my rent, it's higher. So apparently there was some charge added to that, which I'm not aware of.
There was a late fee, Your Honor, as well as the court costs.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
So it's okay. The court costs is
One-
probably not so much the late fee as the court cost is
Yeah.
probably kicking it up to where you notice it. Okay.
I
Go
know it's
ahead.
not- Okay, so last time I paid 21.68, I believe, and you ordered them to cash my check, which was very,
Yes.
thank you. And this time, as I say, right today, I don't even know what money is available in my account to be able to pay. But I know that I will get a check on the 3rd of the next month. And that will be a chunk. Now, right now, I can't work. So I'm also out of my work, which normally supplements my money and allows me to pay this. Sorry, I'm vague, but I don't truthfully know what I have.
Okay.
I know that I can pay some at the beginning of March. How much, I'm not sure, but I can let you
Okay.
know.
Do you know how much is your monthly rent? Why don't we start there?
Okay, thank you. Well, the last time I paid 21.68, that's what they asked for, that's what I paid, that's what you ordered them to cash. Normally, I thought my rent was 23.51.
That
Excuse me?
so her rent is $2,211, and then there's utilities that they divide amongst that's $140. So that would be around what, right, I believe.
23.51, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so utilities would be 140. I think that would be close to what she would pay.
All right.
23.51 would be what she paid for rent and utilities.
Right.
Got it. So this figure, in essence, we would go back to where we were last week if I click over it to the next month. Right?
Right. Yes.
And
that would be, I didn't calculate that, but I can. That would be $5,018.09 with the court costs and the February late fee. There wouldn't be a March late fee until it would be late.
So, Ms. Weisberg?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your check that you get on the 3rd, how much of that are you going to be able to pay toward this? You think?
Good question. It's a good question. Well, usually I pay all of it, and I live on what else is remaining from my work, which I don't have at the moment.
Got it. Okay.
My check, it's a Social Security check.
Okay.
Now I got a benefit that allows me to have a little bit more in my Social Security check, but I don't even know how much of that is going to be. At a minimum, it's around $1,100.
Okay.
I expect it to be somewhat more, but I don't know how much more.
Gotcha. And your accounts are frozen.
Right now, well,
Your-
they've all been,
Oh,
they've been
bless you.
changed. All my account numbers were changed. And I haven't checked yet with my credit union today to see where we stand. I don't think they can find the scammers. I think they told me they're not gonna have luck finding them.
Okay. And to your knowledge, did they get the money out of your account or?
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not even sure about that. I think they did
Oh.
because I've hardly got anything left. I have about $1,000 left right now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
But I did get better, Your Honor, just like you told me.
You know what, Ms. Weisberger, that's what I was gonna ask you. I said, yeah, we're talking all this money. The important thing, how are you feeling?
Well, thank you very much, Your Honor. I feel better. I'm getting my strength back. I'm at home at least. And I'm going to be stronger with the help of the PT and the OT and all these people who are coming to help me.
All right.
I'm trying to get some help in my house. That also will be good. I got a lot of things to arrange. There's
I
no
got
rest for the weary, if you know what I mean.
No, I understand that. So,
I feel better though. Thank you.
okay, I'm glad for. That's the real blessing, right?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
So have you contacted Hawk at all?
I did in the past, but they didn't help me at all. I can try again. I'll be happy to try again.
Okay, I'm gonna want you to try again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have some income coming in.
Yes, I have my Social
And
Security. Yeah.
yeah, and so normally, Ms. Weisberg, what I would do is I would just grant plaintiff a judgment for this amount. So I lock that figure in and we try to get that paid off.
Which amount?
Right?
You mean the large amount
The-
that you mentioned?
The 2667.90. Because otherwise what happens if I let this go to my next date on the 13th,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at $5,000.
That's way, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It just makes me sicker, Your Honor, to hear that.
I know. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna lock this figure in. We're gonna work on trying to get this 2667.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
It will not include your March rent.
Right.
Okay,
I
so
can't pay it, but I won't have any money to pay it until March 3rd.
right. I got you. But here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession, finding no tribal issue for the 2667.90. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna do something a little different, counsel. I'm gonna give her a writ date of the 17th, realizing that she's got the issue with the credit union and what's left in her account, trying to sort that out.
Okay.
Plus she'll get a check in.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna extend her writ date to the 17th. So Ms. Weisberg, so you understand what I'm doing? I'm
Yes.
putting it out about another 8 days from the time that they could try to do anything. Okay?
Okay.
All right? Just stay with me here. I'm also gonna indicate no writ without a hearing, because I want to make sure that we've got a lot of people whose accounts are being frozen because of scammers. And I just want to make sure that this kind of clears through before anything might happen.
You want that in the further order section, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear what Jackie Snyder said. What
I
you-
was asking
said
where
that
you wanted
she's-
it on the judgment form.
Oh, on the judge. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be under paragraph 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. You're gonna make the statement that I owe 2667.90, and you'll extend this till March 17th. So I'll come and see you again on March 17th.
No, you won't see me again.
I
but
won't.
here's what will happen. Here's what will happen. I need you to get in touch with Hawk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And I may put you into a breakout room with my court liaison officer so we can shortcut that process for you.
Oh, great.
But here's what will happen.
Yeah.
What I don't, so the next step that would happen if you don't pay
Yeah.
is that they would be filing paperwork to try to have you evicted.
Oh.
Okay, but no, just listen to me.
I'm listening.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But before they could do that, they've got to come back and see me.
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah. But you didn't tell me what you're going to say.
You want me to tell you what I'm going to say then?
Oh, well, no, only if it's good. Only if it's good.
Only if it's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Weisberg, this is my way of trying to just make sure that we keep a handle on everything and so that we can see and make sure everything's clear and that something doesn't just happen to you, okay?
Yes. Thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll do it that way. And Ms. Weisberg, you just continue to get better. You hear me?
Thank you. I'm working on it, Your Honor. It was a serious thing that happened to me. So thank you very much. I'm doing my best. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. You
Very
take care.
wise. Thank you. Thank you. Do I have to go with your court liaison now?
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Amy?
Your Honor.
Yes. Can I put you into a breakout room with Ms. Weisberg so
Yes,
that?
please. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
How do I go there, Amy? I'm not sure.
Okay, don't worry about it. We
Okay.
will do everything. We'll do everything from here. We'll put you
Okay.
guys into a room where you can talk privately.
Thank you. Thanks a million. Thank you.
We just call that Cedric magic. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Got it.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will submit that today.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
You as well.
S&C Holdings versus Lorianne Pearson.
Ready, Your Honor.
Go ahead, counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tracy Thomas, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Lorianne Pearson.
All right. And where are we on this case?
I had my appointment with Hawk and I signed all the papers, but I missed a document. She just emailed me this morning.
Say again?
I signed the papers with Hawk. I had my appointment. I signed the papers. I just missed one document and I'm going to send that to her as soon as I get home.
Okay, so you're one document short.
Yes. But everything.
Did they say that they'd be able to help you?
Yeah, 2,800.
That they're going to be, okay. So here's what I'm going to do, because we're at the end of the month and I don't.
I have no problem paying March, so.
Right, I got you. So what I'm going to do is, what does council have owing at this point? Is it 2785.20?
No, it's actually, yes, that's it. It's 2493 rent plus cost plus statutory attorney fee. Yes, sir.
All right, so it's 2785.20. All right, so I'm going to issue a judgment for possession, finding no tribal issue after a hearing. Basically lock that figure in because that's what Hawk is going to be looking at helping you with. Okay, so I'm going to give them a judgment, but I'm extending the writ date out. I'm going to do what I did with other people. I'm extending it out to the 17th.
Okay.
To March 17th. So that's going to let the folks at Hawk know that I said the 17th so they can get the payment to the landlord for that. You're going to take care of March.
Yes, I will.
Then you're going to be good. You're welcome.
That's at 3 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, you don't have to come back.
Oh, I don't.
You don't have to come back. I put a judgment in
We were good.
and then just got to get it paid before the 17th.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, counsel. Is that
Your
it
Honor,
for you or you got?
Nope, that's it. I do need to submit a judgment to you, correct?
That is correct, sir.
I will do that this afternoon. Have a good one, Judge.
Thank you. All right, take care. Clark Road family versus Brianna Holcomb.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rebecca Arnold, P72714 for the plaintiff.
Good afternoon. All right. Ms. Holcomb, how are you?
I'm doing all right, Your Honor. I just had surgery Tuesday, but I can withstand court.
All right. Okay, very good. All right. What do we have, Owen?
So not counting March's rent, I've got $2,384.55 in rent with court costs of $239.72 for the total of $2,769.27. We did get a promissory note or email, I believe from SOS that shows that they're going to pay $2,514.55. So that would leave her with $109.72. So we'd like to propose a consent judgment with like 14 days.
Well, I think I'll do a little bit different rather than consent. Ms.
Okay.
Holcomb, that difference, when can you get that paid, do you think, to the landlord?
I can pay it with my March rent. I was planning on paying March rent on March 2nd.
Okay.
Okay, so
but I didn't know there was a $109 balance because I thought after Hawk paid and I made my payment that my balance would be at just the March rent.
I think because since the last ledger amount that there's been, I think, an attorney fee or a cost or a late fee or something was added on there. That's the difference.
Okay.
Okay, so Ms. Holcomb, let me ask you this. If I seal this number off basically and give him a judgment for this amount, you think you can have everything paid on this by the 17th of March?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, counsel. I'm going to find no tribal issue after hearing. I'm going to issue a judgment for possession in the amount of the 2769.29 with the writ to issue after March 17th, 2026. Okay.
Okay.
What, Ms. Holcomb, what I'm hoping will happen is that Hawk will pay, you will already have paid March, which isn't included in what I'm doing here, right?
Correct.
And so then what will happen is you'll be all set. All right, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You take care of yourself, please.
Thank you too.
Court does call the case of Evergreen Apartments versus Jermaine Magna. Case is dismissed on plaintiff's motion. That's without prejudice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oops. Hold it.
Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I
That's not wrong one.
looked at I looked at the notes. I think, Your Honor, I can't dismiss this. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I have a balance still on this account of $621.
You were sworn in earlier, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, I think that you were. All
Your
right.
Honor, I'm
Go ahead.
gonna redo this again. I see that we did submit a dismissal already on this case.
On which case?
On Jermaine Mangum.
That you submitted a dismissal?
I think he paid today. He paid $622. I'm sorry.
So it is dismissed.
Yeah, I probably
Okay.
I won't go back on that one now.
All right. Case is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Thank you.
Very good. Evergreen Apartments versus Tiffany Cryer.
I am sure that this one is a dismissal.
All right. Case is dismissed. That's without prejudice on plaintiff's motion. Evergreen Apartments versus Rafiq Abdeltelli.
Your Honor, plaintiff moves to dismiss this.
Oh.
We will submit a dismissal.
Evergreen versus, is it Migdalia Gonzalez?
Elaine Ingen for plaintiff.
Hello,
Good evening.
what's your name?
Migdalia Gonzalez.
All right. How much is owing on this?
I have a balance including court costs of $1,715.52.
$1,715.52.
Yes, sir.
All right. You brought it down quite a bit.
I did. I made a
Yeah.
payment yesterday.
So when can you get the rest of this?
I can get the rest of the balance March 27th.
Okay.
Because right now I'm working, last week I only worked 5 hours. So there's always like a gap in my job where we take time off. I would like more time just in case. They already spoke to us and they told us that next week we're gonna start with the 40 hours again. I did start another job.
Okay.
I don't want, I don't want to say I'm gonna pay it and then I won't pay it.
No, I got it. I got you. So let's do this. By March 13th, how much of the 1715 can you have, you think?
Like 600.
600? And then you think you can pay this amount, this balance, the rest of that off by the 27th
Yes.
of March? All right. And then what are you going to do with March's rent?
I wanted to see if they can give me an extension for that.
Okay. Here's what I'm doing, because March's rent isn't in this right now. Okay. So I'm going to do it this way for her, because she told me, and the reason I'm doing this is the last hearing, she told me she'd have 500 paid. She paid way more than the 500 trying to get this caught up. So I'm going to do a little bit of something for you here. I'm going to enter a judgment for this, for the 1715.52. Okay.
Okay.
That's so that I call it just freezing the number. So I don't have to deal with March.
Okay.
Okay. And with the writ date of the 13th of March, if defendant pays $600 by that 13th of March, then the writ date is extended to the March 27th. You understand what I just did, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, so I'm giving you time to pay. You just have to pay that 600 by the 13th. And then you're gonna have to the 27th to get the rest of this paid up.
Okay.
Okay? And that none of this has anything to do with March.
Okay.
Okay? So you're gonna have to talk to them about March, but this will give you a shot at getting yourself caught up.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Have a good day.
You do the same. She's gonna prepare a judgment. No, it's okay. Evergreen Apartments versus Hadassah Figueroa.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Good afternoon. Your name?
Adasa Figueroa.
All right, where are we on hers?
Including court costs, I have $1,595.62. I do have a note that Ms. Figueroa is been trying to apply to the AHC, Anawara Housing Commission, AGCP program, but it's my understanding that
there's still some missing documents in there. But I also spoke with Hawk earlier this morning, and I was able to get an appointment for March 16th with them.
So did they send you over to the Housing Commission or no? They're gonna send her over to the Housing Commission, I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm
sorry. No, when I reached out initially to see what organizations I could contact. I contact both the HEPP organization. And then earlier this morning, I decided to move on with Hawk to see what they could do for me. And they, as of right now, I only have just the appointment for March 16th.
And the Housing Commission, they want paperwork from you.
Yes, I've provided 2 out of the, I believe, 3 documents that they asked for, including my ID, my last 2 pay stubs. And yeah.
And they'll pay up to 3.
They might be having a hard time getting documents from Susanna.
Yes, that is an
From
issue.
who?
Susanna.
That's my mother. She refuses to provide any documentation. So I'm kind of in a predicament. But as far as payment, I don't mean to cut you off. My apologies.
No.
As far as payments that I can make, next Friday I do get paid. I can make as much as possibly $700 to $800 to get that balance down by a little.
By the 6th, do you mean? The next Friday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How much is your monthly rent?
1,209.
Your Honor, once March hits, still going to be under $3,000.
They still will be.
Yep, and so with that, with the payment from Ms. Figueroa, it'll keep it below 3,000.
Okay. Well, is your mother just not giving anything at all?
Well, earlier this morning, when we were on the phone with the representative with Hawk, she did provide information to them. So we were both able to make something work. That's how I got the appointment for March.
Okay.
So
You just have to work on her.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, I got you. I'll adjourn this out March 13th, 2026 at
1 p.m.
At 1 p.m. Just make sure to make that payment on the 6th.
Understood. Question, is that in person or?
In person.
In person, okay.
All
Understood.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, versus Ashley Jones.
Hello.
What were you telling that other person?
Nothing.
Who's that?
My friend Ashley.
What were you like telling her? Haha, I got coffee.
No.
Oh, no, okay. Didn't like that they were telling secrets. All right. What's her account?
Your Honor, so I have a balance including court costs of $4,913. And then, Your Honor, I did speak with Ashley, and we talked about she's getting her income tax refund next month, and she's been working really hard to get this amount paid down. And so, if Your Honor wants to adjourn it.
Okay. I don't know if they received my payment yet from, my job. It was 3503. They did say that I talked to the person who was, because my case has to be confidential, but I talked to the person that was processing it, and she did say that all the signatures were submitted for the payment. So, and I did just pay $627 today. So I have the receipt.
So you pay, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so let's do this. I'll adjourn this to March 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, take care.
You too, thank you so much.
Gulfside Lake versus Bonnie Shops.
Hello, Your Honor.
Oh, there he is. And Brandon Shops. All right. How much is owing?
Excuse me. Thank you. I have a balance including court costs of $1,417.55.
Okay. So he made that payment of the 1,500 or thereabouts.
Yes.
1,600.
Right.
Yeah.
So, sir, when do you think you can get this paid?
I can make a payment on Friday of this coming week for another 500, and then I will have the full balance paid by the 13th.
Gotcha. So you can pay 500 on the 6th and then the balance by the 13th?
Correct.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. So we lock this figure in. I'm gonna deal with March. I'm gonna enter a judgment, finding no tribal issue after a hearing for the 14/17/55. And I'm gonna give you to March 16th to pay that. That's that Monday after the 13th, right?
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, and then you can figure out March.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, not a problem. You always get there, Mr. Josh.
I work on it. It's been a rough couple of years.
Yeah, but you made it. You're here right now, right? So
I keep trying. I keep trying.
That's it. Okay.
You have a good weekend, sir. Thank you.
You do the same, fellow. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Courthouse case of Gulfside Lakes versus Isaac Smith and Terrius Clayton.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Yep. Mr. Smith, if you're on mute.
Hey, Yana, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right. Oh, that's right. You play football, he says. Never mind. No, he was telling me that.
I believe him.
No, I didn't believe him. Okay.
I'm not a liar.
I'm just messing. What?
I'm not a liar.
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. That's all right. Anyway, what's the balance?
I have a balance including court costs of $2,030.01.
All right. And I forgot what happened. There's somebody that pays that for you, right?
Yes, sir. Eastern Michigan. And I just received, we get paid usually like the last Thursday of the month. So it comes in different times depending on the bank. So I just received the funds to pay the remaining balance, and I will have that paid before I will have that and March rent paid by the beginning of next week. Really, the first.
So you'll pay. You're going to pay that and March.
Yes, sir. And the balance will be zero. It will be zero before March 3rd for sure. I just got to wait for the money to transfer over. It doesn't go directly.
I'm fine.
You told me you're a receiver, right?
Yes, sir.
See, when I played football, I was on defense. We never trusted a receiver ever, ever. We never trusted them because we always say if they were receivers, they'd be safeties or cornerbacks, and that's who we trust. We don't trust receivers. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do, young man. I'm going to trust you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn it out to the 13th. 2026 at 1? Yes. At 1 p.m. So if you have everything paid by the, if you get it all paid by the 6th, I don't need to see you on that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not a problem. You take care, young man, and in this upcoming season, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What's your number?
14.
14? Okay, so that's the number I need to look for?
Yes, sir. That's the number you need to remember.
Okay. Is that so when I'm looking for that number, am I looking on the sideline or on the field? No, don't never mind. Don't answer. Don't answer.
You gotta come see.
I'll find it. All right.
Depends on if they're on offense or defense.
Yeah. All right, you take care, and really seriously, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Gulfside Lakes versus Alicia Saar.
Being it for plaintiff.
Where is she? Okay, she's here.
Hello.
Saar, hello.
I'm sorry, I was running late to the court. I tried to contact the county clerk, and they said they couldn't get a hold of you.
Okay, all right.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, she's here. And where is she on?
I have a balance including court costs of $1,115.93.
All right, so she made that payment of what, 4, if not more.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, Ms. Saar, when are you gonna get that?
Yes.
Are you driving?
Yes, I was for work.
Okay, I need you to pull over. I
I'm
can't
sorry.
have you driving.
Okay.
All right, I'll call you right back up. Pull over safely and then we'll call you, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Court calls the case of Gulfside Lakes versus Latanya Pugh Powell. Oh, there she is.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello. Your name? All right. Where are we on her case?
Your Honor, it's my understanding.
This is her motion to set aside.
Yes, and I think that I have some notes that say there might be something with Hawk, but my client, I don't think that I don't know what they've received. They have a question mark.
Okay, go ahead. What do you?
Okay, so you set me up with Amy on my last hearing, and I had called Hawk and they had told me I'm not eligible. I make too much.
Okay.
But Amy, she had told me that I was eligible. Just knock the balance down a little, half the balance down. But I had called Hawk and they said they can't help me because I make too much.
Amy?
Yes, you're right.
Hold on. Do you remember talking with Miss Pugh Powell? I think that was last week, wasn't it? Or, yeah, on the 20th.
Yes,
And-
I do remember.
Okay. And she said that, I guess you probably told her she might be eligible or would be eligible, but that they called and said she's not. So,
It looks like there was an income issue with one of the programs, and her amount would have been too much for the other one. So there were a couple possibilities. Appears if she was able to meet the income range for the other program, not income range, but the amount that needs to be knocked down to 2,000. So so there's the MAP program and then there's the prevention program. And the MAP program has greater capacity for income. However, it can only help with up to 2,000.
Right. So they told me if I bring it to down about 18,000, that they
by what? 18,000.
I mean, I'm sorry, 1,800. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you got 18,000. We don't need to be here.
1,800. And then that'll make it 2,000, but still I make too much. So that's where I'm stuck.
Well, you make too much for that program?
For Hawk.
Well, for Hawk, you'd have to bring it down to 3,000.
Oh. Well.
But there's another program that has a higher income threshold but you'd have to bring it down to 2,000.
Yeah, and the person I spoke with from Hawk had mentioned the other thing, but I asked for the information. She told me she couldn't give it to me.
She what?
She couldn't give it to me. I think it was called MAPS or something like that.
Okay.
But she told me she couldn't give me the information.
And you didn't get the information?
No.
Okay. All right. How much is your monthly rent?
$1,200.
Yeah, Your Honor, I think it's gonna be somewhere around $5,063.90 next month. There's still almost 3,000 on the judgment still.
Yeah.
Not obviously February.
So are you working now?
Yes, I'm working. Yes.
Okay. So this is a problem. And I get why they have the limitations, but you're a perfect example. Somebody just caught in the middle. You just need to make it over the hump, but they can't help you do that because Yeah.
So I could have paid the 1,800, but if it's not guaranteed that I'll get help, then it's just like, you
Okay,
know,
hold on. When can you pay the 1,800, do you think?
today.
You can pay the 1,800?
Yeah, my
today?
sister was gonna help me out.
And then your rent is 12, right? So effectively, you'd be bringing the balance down about 6. So you'd be at 30. All right.
So if I paid the 18 and then like a resource helped me, I would be able to pay my March balance. But
Hold on a second. But no, I got you. If you paid the 18 and you qualified for the 2, then you'd be done.
yeah, I'll be done.
Right. I don't know if that's going to necessarily work.
Right.
Okay, so let's do it this way. Get the 1,800 paid to that Monday the 2nd.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you what I'm doing so that I'm going to carry your case over into March, but it's going to be because I think you're in, how do I want to say this? You're just in that unfortunate position where you're making too much to get the help, but you just need to kind of buy yourself time to get yourself to 0, right? Okay. So we may have to just slow walk it. I mean, I may just do that, but I will do that because I trust you that you're going to get the 18 in.
Yeah.
Get that in. I'll adjourn your case out to the 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Whatever else you can pay in there, pay it in there. All right. If you hear back from them, apply. If you get the information, apply.
Through who?
Well, you said that you're waiting on information from them about the other program, right? So if it's there and it looks like you can apply just to see.
So we get down to 2,000.
Yeah, so then we'd work to get down to, so if you do qualify for that, then we'll work to figure out how we're going to get to the 2,000.
Understood. My concern is if I don't get approved,
Then what?
Then I'm still stuck in this loop.
And then what's going to happen?
I gotta move,
What?
I would have to move out.
Not until I say so. That's the great thing about this. Everything happens only when I say.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on because my mom's funeral is next week, and it's a lot to battling this and grieving.
I know, and you were kind of innovating some of that to me the last time. That you're kind of. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get you through this process. We'll figure out something.
Okay.
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 What I want you to do, I need to see you on the 13th, okay, at 1. Pay the 1,800, okay?
If I can't make it in, is it possible I can do the Zoom?
Then you submit the form, we'll consider that.
Okay.
Okay? And so what I want you to do is pay that 18 by Monday.
Okay.
I'll see you on the 13th, one way or another. Okay? And you go, once you pay the 18, I don't want you worrying at this point of trying to figure this all out. You go celebrate your mother's life. You hear me?
Yes. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court calls the case of Gulfside Lakes versus Emmett right away. Here we go. Emmett, how you doing?
Okay.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
What's his balance?
I have $3,089.14.
All right. Now you told me you were gonna get 1,000 in. What happened?
You know, I said I was gonna pay 1,000, but I forgot I got off work early to come, to have court, so I was a little short, I paid 900.
You paid 900.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How you gonna get the rest of this paid?
And what's the, so I paid the 9, so we should try, so that'd be 21. What's we talking about?
Thereabouts. 22.
Okay, yeah, 22. Like 2.5 weeks, something like that. Really three, to be honest with you, like.
Can you get it paid by the 20th, Emma? That's 3 weeks out.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so.
Finding no tribal issue, I'll issue a judgment for the full amount of the 3089. This isn't gonna include your March rent.
Did you say what day is that?
The 20th is a Friday.
Oh, that's a Friday? Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And then
3
a
weeks.
writ, March 20th, 2026.
How much is that?
Say it again.
How much is that?
How much you gotta pay?
22.
Give me 3089. It's too late in the day to me to be doing it in my head. Minus 9. It's gonna be 2180.
89, yeah.
2189, 22.
I got one question.
Oh boy.
How old do you think, you know how old I am, Yana?
Do I know how old you are? 13.
No, seriously, how old do you think I am about? Seriously, like
Like 42.
Okay, I'll be 50 this year. I'll be
Okay.
50. I got a son 32 and a daughter 26 and 2 grandsons. And that's why I keep trying to help. I be doing a lot. I got a lot.
I know you're doing a lot,
Yeah.
but somehow or another you make it through.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you take care, my friend.
Thank you.
I guess my age. Anyway, outside like 3 versus Delano Moore. Oh, there he is. Moore? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Yep. There you go. Yes.
Okay. How you doing, Mr. Moore?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Okay, what do we have as his balance?
I have a balance of $1,483.81.
Okay, so you made quite a bit.
Yep, and I have a note from my client that Mr. Moore has applied for SCR Friends Indeed and Hawk.
Yep. Have you heard anything from them?
Yeah, I paid $500 this morning
Okay.
into Hawk. And then I have another assessment on Hawk on March 9th. Yes.
On March 9th, what's gonna happen?
The Hawk assessment.
Oh, you got an appointment on the 9th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We picked up another job that I just got yesterday. So I start that tomorrow. So that's not gonna take another couple weeks. But I did do what I had to do by you and the court and McKinley Properties, and I did what I had to do. And so I apologize. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Well,
listen, you started out with me where your balance was about 2,100. You told me that you were going to pay 150, but somehow or another, that was last week. Somehow or another, I get here, you're at about 1,500, so you paid more. Then you paid more today. So
Yes.
I don't know why you're apologizing to me.
Well, because the full balance isn't paid, and that's why I'm apologizing for.
Okay. I'll accept your apology, but it's not necessary. We're going to get you through this, try to get you to 0 so you can get in a position where you can get this paid. Fair enough, Mr. Moore?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn the case out to the 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Okay?
Zoom. Okay. Can I do a Zoom because I'm working now?
No, I got you. I'll give you Zoom off the gate. You don't have to submit the form. You just come back in via Zoom
Same
and
password?
you'll have your appointment by then. And then we can figure out exactly where you are. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So listen,
I bless you in Jesus' name.
all right. Mr. Moore, we'll see you in a couple weeks. You take care. And again, there's no need to apologize. Everybody falls behind at some point. All right. I just appreciate you working hard to get it cleared up.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Gulfside Lake 3 versus Tracy Hughes. I got 3 files left. I knew you had to be one of them. State your name.
Tracy Hughes.
All right. And what's her bet?
Your Honor, I have a balance of $338.13. I have a note that Ms. Hughes has applied for SER and can make a payment on March 3rd, if that's still your plan.
Yes.
And Your Honor, just so you are aware, the balance once we hit March is going to be somewhere around 1,800.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, it's not going to be 1,800. That includes the subsidy. Let me walk that back. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. So are you zero rent right now?
Yes.
Okay. So the balance is going to be $429.70 once we hit March.
So you said, so what can you pay by the 3rd?
So I have a check coming in that is $400. I need like 100 of that though to make my DTE payment. So I'll be able to pay $350. But then also I just got into the Creator Rewards program on TikTok, and I have a check coming from them, and it's already above 300 as well. So I know that by the end of March, everything will be paid off. It's it's a process, I guess.
This is where some guy took off to Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Your Honor, I'm wondering if the court would consider, we could set it, given the size of the balance, we could set a judgment aside after it's paid in full. If Ms. Hughes pays, you said you could pay $350. Okay. If Ms. Hughes can pay $350, that would cover this balance. The judgment would get set aside, and then we, roll it back and start over again.
Start over. Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm find no tribal issue. I'm going to give a judgment for possession for the 338.13. I'm going to give you till the 9th to get that paid. Okay.
Okay.
So if you can get the 350 in or 338.13, that will clear this.
Okay.
Okay. And then work on March, right?
Yes.
Fair enough?
Yes.
How's it going otherwise?
Okay.
You know what I have to appreciate about you, Miss Hughes? When you were on, you were talking about all the things happening, but you had a plan in place. You were going to tell me about your whole plan. You had a smile on your face, which I appreciated. And although it looked kind of bleak, right? You just gave thanks that you were still in it for the fight.
Yeah. And then I got into the Creator Rewards program like a couple days later. So
there you go.
Yes.
It's all about faith and just believing, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You take care and have a blessed weekend.
You too. Bye.
New Park Ridge versus Karina Jones.
I think we submitted a CSJ.
Did you?
Or we will be. I wonder also if it might have gone to Anne and
So you, conditional order,
Yes,
oh,
sorry, we are, the judgment has been satisfied.
satisfied. That's
Yep,
all.
this
All right.
better judgment.
So I'll just indicate judgment satisfied. We'll pay, let the paperwork catch up.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of New Park Ridge versus Sydney Dodd.
Your Honor, we're submitting a dismissal in this matter.
All right, case is dismissed without prejudice. Ouch. The Haven versus Raymond Stewart III and Morgan Jaron.
Your Honor, we are dismissing that one as well.
Okay, case is dismissed without prejudice. I got my recall, Southside Lakes versus Alicia Sarr.
Jillian Ingen for plaintiff.
Sarr,
Hello?
okay, you stationary?
Yes, yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right, we were at $1,115.93.
Yes.
When do you think you can get that paid?
I should have all of it paid by the 7th.
By the 7th?
Yes, that's when I'll get
Okay.
paid. Yep.
And what about your March rent?
So I should have the rest of that paid by the 20th.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find no tribal issue. I'm gonna issue a judgment for possession for the $1,115.93. And I'm gonna indicate that you need to pay that by March 10th.
Okay.
All right, you get that done. Just understand, this doesn't include anything with March.
Okay.
I'm just trying to cut the number off for February since this is our last day.
Yeah.
And then let you deal with March, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, you said the 10th?
The
Just wanna make sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You have a great weekend.
You
And
too.
drive safely and stay
Thank
off
you.
of Zoom when you're driving. You
I
hear
will.
me?
I will, thank you.
All right,
Bye.
you take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that's it. Thank you, Bates. Thank you. What's your name? Anna. And thank you, Rasan. Thank you guys very much in Ann and Alan's absence for keeping me under control. I do appreciate it. And now I'm gonna lead the bench and go rogue. 14. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hi, McCullum.
McCullum.
Yeah.
Said that wrong, didn't I? All right. Where are we on this case?
We have a consent judgment to present to the court.
All right.
Do you want me to put the terms on the record?
Yes, please.
Okay, rent to retain is $387, cost of $177.72 for a total of $564.72. Ms. McCollum indicates she can pay that by March 9. She did review the judgment. She signed the judgment. I advised her of her right to seek relief from the judgment in the next 3 business days, should she not understand the judgment and or the terms her rights and or the terms and conditions of the judgment.
Ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any questions whatsoever?
No.
Do you have any questions whatsoever in terms of the judgment?
No.
No?
All set.
All right. Are you always as happy?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you say?
You always got to be positive.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for that. You spread that to the room. Okay. All right. I've signed the consent judgment. If you need a copy, you can pick it up front.
Okay, thank
Thank you. Court does call the case of Peninsula Place versus Demarius Watkins.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rebecca Austin for plaintiff. Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't know you were here either. I'm sorry.
Your name?
Demarius Watkins.
All right. How much do you have owing?
Rent, Your Honor, $2,798.93. Court cost of $177.72 for a total of $2,976.65.
You had a hawk appointment.
Yeah, they scheduled another appointment for the 9th. It was on the 23rd. They needed some additional information from me. So I have another one scheduled for the 9th.
And then did they say what they were gonna do? Or,
I think they were going for, they just needed some documents for my income.
gotcha. So you didn't have income documents. They need that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. So, okay, man, here's what I'm gonna do. Because if I, and I'll explain why I'm doing it. I'm gonna give them a judgment, finding no tribal issue. All right. And that's to try to keep the figure that you really need to pay under 3,000. Got it?
I understand.
Okay. And I'm going, so no tribal issue. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff, 29/76/65. However, the writ date on it, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to, oh, you left it blank. Thank you. I'm going to make it March 17th, 2026. Okay. So here's so that you understand what I did. I'm doing the judgment, lock that figure in. You get that information to Hawk. You're going to get that on the 9th. When you get that to them, let them know that your date to try to get this paid is 17th.
Okay.
Okay. So that if they're doing everything, hopefully they'll rush it through or do whatever, or at least be in contact with the landlord to get additional time to get that paid out.
All right. Thank you.
Got it? All right. You take care. Peninsula Place versus Zaria Fisher. She's in Zoom.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Rebecca also for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is
Yes, to rent, Your Honor, $888.40. Court cost of $177.72 for a judgment of $1,066.12.
all right? All right, Ms. Fisher, you
I'm
made
sorry, was
that.
that 1,000? What was the number again? I'm sorry.
$1,066.12, including the cost and everything.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you this. When do you think you can get that paid?
So I also have another money order for $400. I just couldn't get it in yesterday, but I did pay the third. Well, I paid $1,600, and then I have the $400 today. And then I can pay the rest by Tuesday.
You think you can get the 1,066 by Tuesday? So you got the 400 and then you need another 600 or about 700. You think you can get that paid by Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This won't include your March rent, so I'm gonna grant a judgment finding no tribal issue for possession in that amount of 1,066.12 total. Tuesday's the 3rd. If I give you till the 9th, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend your writ date. I'm just gonna make it the 13th, that Friday. Make sure in case something happens, you got till that week to get it paid, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, just a reminder, this does not include your March rent, so you'll still have, that'll still be due.
So once I pay the 1,066, this case is done.
The case is
And then
done, but you're still gonna
I
owe
just
March
focus on
rent,
March.
so you don't want them filing again if you can help it.
No, I'm not gonna have it follow. I just wanted to make sure once I pay the
Okay.
1,066, I can just focus on March and get this out of the way.
You just want to be done with me. I got it.
No, I just
Okay.
want to get
Okay, Ms. Fisher, you take care.
You do the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Faith, is it Osai? Osei. I knew, you know what? I looked at it and I said, I'm gonna say it wrong. Then she's gonna yell at me.
You get
And
it
then-
3 ways, 3 tries.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, where are we on her case?
Your Honor, I talked to Ms. Osei in the hallway. She indicates, Hawk was not able to help her, but she did have her appointment with DHHS this morning. So if we could get her another adjournment so she could work through that SER process.
See, this would be the second adjournment. Okay. How much do you have owing?
Total, Your Honor, $2,811.50.
Oh, that's before the 800.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm sorry. $1,961.50. She made a payment of $850, she told me in the hallway, so I apologize.
That's exactly what she told me she was gonna do. So you said that's 19.
$61.50.
Okay, and how much is your March rent?
$639 even.
Okay,
So I'm gonna get bumped.
so I'll let you work through the DHS process. How many people are in your house?
It's just me. So everybody has, it's a 3-bedroom, but everybody has to worry about their own rent. So when that's
Right.
639, I gotta worry about that 639 on my own.
No, I got you, but, so it's really just you.
Yeah.
So that you know, if you get the maximum award at DHHS, it's only gonna be about $410.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. They call it state emergency relief, but it's not quite that.
Okay. I was also mentioning that I am getting ready to file my taxes. I think I was just waiting on a few more things, fingers crossed. I still am working and I'm about to pick up a second job just so I can help myself with rent.
Okay, well, no, okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
Are you in school?
I am in school. I do school full time, and my current job, I work 35 hours.
What are you gonna be when you grow up?
I'm working, well, on my degree, it's a Bachelor of Science in Family Sciences and Human Development in Youth and Community Development.
Oh, is that 2 degrees or is that one long one?
No, so it's, for some reason, like it's Family Sciences, Human Development is the program, and then Youth and Community Development is my major. So that's that. And then I want to do family policy in that, or family law, policy advocacy.
Family law policy advocate?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
That's cool, not my court, but all right. Okay. All right, young lady, let's see if we can get you through this. You got kind of a plan sketched out for yourself.
Yeah, gotta make a way. God gave me the will, so.
Well, what year are you?
I am a junior currently.
So you already had some tough times getting to that point, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
complete switch. So I was doing 4 years of finance right before I got to my senior year. I switched. It just wasn't for me anymore. I liked finance.
How did you go from finance to that?
I liked what I did outside of my major in my classes. I was at Wayne State as a peer mentor within the School of Business, and I enjoyed being a peer mentor more than going to class most of the time, honestly.
Something in life all of a sudden told you what your niche should be.
Yeah, it was God.
I know. All right. March 13, 2026 at 3 p.m.
Okay.
All right, young lady.
Here.
That's here.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's it for you.
I think that's it. You're on. Have a great weekend. Good to see
You do
you.
the same. Haverhill on Clark versus Talib Mahan.
Good afternoon, Judge. Rania Haddad for the plaintiff.
Okay. And see here, Talib?
Right here, sir.
Oh, okay. That's not the name on the, all right, we got you. All right, how much is owing?
Your Honor, I'm showing rent to retain the amount of $1,878.32. Attorney fees and costs of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $2,048.32. I believe that the last hearing, the case was adjourned because of a Hawk appointment on 2/23.
Yes. And sir, what happened with your Hawk appointment?
Yeah, we spoke to Hog on the 23rd and they needed some additional information. So we sent everything they needed through email. And then we're just waiting on them to respond. They said in the next week or so we should get another call.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find I don't want March to kick. How much is your monthly rent?
May I bring?
$340.
Oh, that's your monthly rent?
Actually, Judge, what I'm showing is the monthly rent is $375. Just for clarification purposes, Judge, I just need to know who Talib Mahan is, because at the last hearing
It's my father, and
Okay, so
he has a he has a brain stroke, so he can't speak and he can't talk at all. But I have my mother right here next to me.
Yeah, so there's, I just want to make sure that that's clear for the record, Judge, just because we can't.
That who we're dealing, oh, okay, I got you. So mom's with you and dad at this point is a bit
He's
incapacitated,
medically, yeah,
so.
medically ill. He can't speak.
Is there a
Okay,
power of
sir,
attorney?
let me ask you this. Your mom lives with your dad?
Yes.
Okay, so she's in the unit. Do you stay in the unit also?
No, I don't, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's do this. Do you know whether or not the funds would be available to pay the March rent?
No, I do not know, sir, because they told me
Okay.
they will just let us know in the upcoming week.
No, I know, but okay, I got you. Council, here's what I'm gonna do. My next date is the 13th, but if Hawk's gonna pay, I'm still gonna be under their cap of the 3,000. So I'd rather give them a shot at getting everything paid and do that. Sir, when you met with, did you meet with Hawk? With your,
No, I called them through phone, and then they asked for additional information like through the phone, speak to my mother, my father, and my little sister, everybody that's living in the apartment. And then they just needed more information through email, and I sent them everything they needed.
You sent them everything through, okay.
Yeah.
So Judge, because of the low amount of monthly rent, it would still be under 3,000 with March rent tacked on there. So if your goal is to see if they can also pay March rent to
Yeah.
Yes, I understand the court's logic there.
All right. March 13th, 2026 at
3 p.m.
At 3 p.m. Okay, so sir, here's the one thing you want to make sure to do. Okay, I'm just gonna put this over. The number will go up, but we'll still be under what's the maximum amount that they will pay if they're gonna pay. Okay,
Okay.
so what you need to do is get back in touch with Hawk. Let them know that the number you probably gave them at first is gonna go up by that 300 or about $400.
Correct.
Okay, I will email the lady I've been speaking to and let her know that.
Okay, to let her know and let her know that the judge put it over to the 13th to try to get an answer from them that your rent is that the amount owed will go up. And so
Okay.
that's really the amount that your parents are really applying for.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank
That
you
makes
so
sense
much.
to you, young man?
Yes, it does, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
You too, sir.
Thank you, Council. All right, that's that block. And then, so I'm gonna step off, take a recess, get set up for the next block, come back out. Court stands in recess.
This is the motion, I believe it's for demolition of the home. Yes, to
for
demolish the home
demolition.
on site. And Your Honor, the file should indicate that there was an action brought for non-payment run in June of 2025. A default judgment was granted on June 27th of last year in the amount of $2,273.55. Your Honor, the judgment wasn't paid. An order of eviction was requested, issued, and executed. We were made aware of the fact that the defendant had a guardian. We were in communication with the guardian regarding disposition of the home, but the guardian who was served with a copy of this motion has not been in contact, and the home still is on the site, Your Honor. It is abandoned. The rental balance due and owing to Scio Farms is $10,336.23. Based on that, Your Honor, the age and condition of the home as noted in the motion, we would request entry of an order allowing Scio Farms to demolish it on site.
Bruce, the court will sign the order and grant the plaintiff's motion to demolish the home on site. And I've signed that order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Scio Farms versus Judith, is it Hassif? You might be saying that wrong. I said, No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your
This
Honor.
is also the same thing.
Yeah,
Go
we've
ahead.
got a couple of these up before, I think 3, maybe 4 of these up for Your Honor today. Your Honor, in this case, an action for non-payment of rent was brought by plaintiff in July of 2025. A default judgment entered on August 1st, requiring payment of $3,460 on or before August 11th. Said payment was not made. An order of eviction was requested, issued, and subsequently executed. The home at issue, Your Honor, is a 1987 manufactured home. We discovered that the defendant is deceased. She apparently passed away in 2020, and there was an occupant living in the home, paying the rent and doing all the things. That occupant then vacated and indicated that she had the title and would be bringing the title, but she did not have the title in her name. So while she may have been in possession of the physical title, she was not the registered owner of the title. And I believe it still remains vested in the name of the deceased tenant. Your Honor, we have attempted to reach out to that person as well as the deceased tenant's next of kin. We did make contact with the defendant's son who lives out of state. Your Honor, he had indicated that he really didn't have an interest in the home, that we did inquire about the value. Your Honor, my client's position is that this home has no value. It has not been maintained. There has been burst pipes. The home is significantly damaged, and the rental balance owed to Scio Farms in any event is $7,581.85, which presumably eclipses any minimal value that the home may have. So based on that, Your Honor, we would request entry of an order allowing Scio Farms to likewise demolish this home on site. Your Honor, I would also note that we did serve defendant's son with a copy of this motion, and the proof of service indicates that we served him at his address in Illinois that we were able to locate him at.
All right. Based upon the proofs, the court is going to grant the plaintiff's motion for removal and demolition of the home on site. And I've signed that order. What was that? That was that one. All right. Scio Farms versus Cynthia Sloss.
And I think this is the third and final motion with respect to disposition of a manufactured home. Oh, I think you might have one other motion before the court today. Your Honor, in this case, Ms. Sloss is still living. We have been in contact with her. A default judgment entered on September 5th for $3,987.08. Current balance owed to Scio Farms, $8,854.38. Your Honor, our communications with Ms. Sloss were that she did not have any interest in the home. She was willing to apply for a duplicate title, but I believe she likewise is out of state or just away from the property and unable to physically make that request and get it returned to plaintiff. We did serve Ms. Sloss at her alternate address. She is in Ann Arbor from this address, Your Honor, but as I indicated, physically unable from her statements to get to Secretary of State and get that duplicate title to surrender to the community. Based on the fact that she's not here today, no rents have been paid, the home remains on site, and it, Your Honor, is I believe the age of this home is also 1985. In light of all of that, we are requesting entry of an order allowing Scio Farms to demolish the home on site.
Based upon proofs, the court will sign the order allowing demolition or removal from the site. And I've signed that order.
Thank you.
Thank you. Scio Farms versus Asante Crockett. Asante Crockett, they have not checked in. I think you were previously sworn.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I should start, Your Honor, by indicating first and foremost that this is plaintiff's motion to reinstate the case, Your Honor. We had dismissed this case in belief that the previously identified payment that was pending an earlier court date had cleared, and in fact, the day after Patty, the manager, notified us of that belief, and we dismissed the case, it had come back for insufficient funds. My understanding, Your Honor, is that Patty was in communication with Mr. Crockett following that return of payment, notified him of the returned payment, and he has made no attempt at carrying the balance since then. Thus, we filed a motion to set aside the dismissal, to reinstate the case, and to hold an immediate pretrial. Assuming the court is willing to grant that motion, I'm prepared to put proofs on with respect to the current balance for entry of a new judgment.
Given that representation, the court will reinstate the case and indicate that this is really the second pretrial.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
There's rent to retain of $7,393.30. Costs are $190 for a total due of $7,583.30. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. In the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Scioto Farmers versus Derek Wanchan and Elizabeth Wanchan. Hello. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right. Wanchans are here. Where are we on their case?
$3,023.80. At the last court date, they had made a payment of $1,000, and they were still awaiting the final approval from the Ann Arbor Housing Commission. I'm not sure if they've gotten any updates from them, and I'll also ask Patty, who has signed in. Patty, have you heard anything from the Housing Commission?
Just that what the Wanchans had sent me, which was that they were approved. I am looking at my emails now to see. Actually, yes, just a few minutes ago, the housing authority did just send me the check for $2,992.80. I will be able to apply that to their ledger.
So they sent you a check.
$2,992.80. It's like a wire that's a direct deposit, so I just get an email.
Okay, so give me
I'll give you the bottom
3023.
line, Your Honor. The difference is $31.80. Oh, no, I'm sorry, $31 even, I believe. Hold on.
$31 even.
Yep.
Okay, you two.
I'll go to the bank today.
You'll go to the bank today. You'll get that paid.
Yeah, well.
And Your Honor, I would suspect that Patty would have no issue with them paying that along with their March rent and dismissing the case at this point, because I don't believe, we don't have a judgment on it. We could dismiss the case and they agree to pay that with their March charges.
That work for you? I am. You guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss the case without prejudice. Make sure to pay that 31. I'm gonna miss you guys. I really am. You guys always show up and you just are trying to get through it. And you weren't so hopeful the very first time you were coming in as to how this was going to work out.
Well, we can always come back and visit.
Pardon?
We can always come back and visit.
Okay, all right. I will be more than happy if you do. All right, you guys take care of yourselves, please. All right, this case is dismissed. And take care of your family, please.
Thank you.
All right, take care.